Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm here.
Cool. All right. Let's bring it back to where we were. So, last time we're exploring some islands. And chauffeured around by expeditionist Rodile. On the one and only little boat that the commission has at the moment, at least the one in this area, not used for larger scale shipments back and forth. To a small island in the middle of the Great Bay, where you found a strange ice blob, and some nearby creatures had been distressed by this. And that was pretty much it last time.
Yep.
So as it stands, you all are currently on the western shore of one of the western beaches of the island, all the way down here in the bay. And just to give you a little bit of context for this, this is it's a small forested island, not small enough that you can see across it from where you're standing. You imagine if you took a lap around the whole thing on foot, it would probably take you an hour or two. So it's a decently sized island, and there's some wilderness for what it is here. But I think your latest plan was to venture southward a little bit, correct?
I think we were planning to follow the water line roughly.
Yeah, okay.
But then when we looked at the map, it's like, oh, well, we're pretty much smack dab in the middle on the north side. So we'll have to go west before we can really go south if we want to follow the water.
You mean like circumnavigating the island?
Well, I think the plan is to get to the south. But what we were doing was, what we had talked about anyway, was following the water line. And then I looked at the map and realized we're actually on the north side, not on the west side. So I'm not sure how we're going to go.
Can you ping on the map where you're expecting to go? Ah, I see. Yeah, so that area
I don't know.
that area is relatively uncharted. The goal of today's mission was checking out this island and anything of interest nearby, and making sure there are not hostile creatures or dragons living on it.
Okay, well, we've got quite a bit of scouting to do to be able to ascertain yes or no to that question or those questions, because we've only gotten as far as the damn beach at the very northernmost point of the island. We haven't gotten very far at all.
You could always ask those boars.
True.
I really wanted to eat those boars.
Yes, I know you did. You were posting all about it. Okay, well, is my ritual still going?
I think when we wrapped up, you still had it up. So if you want to have a little chat with some boars before we move on, there's definitely time for that. I think last thing you did was you guys melted the ice.
Right, and then the boars melted into the forest. Remember they moved off? Yeah.
Did they run away?
Well, they didn't run, but they just moved off and out of our way.
You're right. They totally did. Yes.
It was really depressing. I saw my dinner walk away.
That's what you get for having a druid in the party. As soon as talking to the animals becomes an option, it's veganism for everyone.
Nobody
Animals
said
are-
nobody. No. Nobody said Naya was a vegan.
She's a dragonborn.
Omba is able to, or Ambergreen's able to just make the meals out of one ration. So you can, you can make a fake boar meal. It's like a boar meal.
I've seen enough Star Trek to know that food don't taste the same.
Tastes like chicken.
Explicitly in the spell, it's gruel of a sort.
It tastes like chicken.
But yeah, what are we thinking? Are we
trying to think how to explain a dragon to a boar?
Oh, I mean, we're going with they did indeed walk away. So
okay.
Unless you want
all right. No, that's fine.
Okay. So yeah, will it be travel around the island, travel into the island a ways, or get back on the boat, try to go southish that way?
I think on the boat we might be more obvious than if we just kind of carefully make our way due south rather than going to the waterline.
Was Badath able to find any larger chunks of ice kind of scanning across the area?
So from where you are, no, he wasn't.
It was a one-shot wonder?
That's what it seems like, yeah. There were a couple chunks over here. There was the big kaboom that the boars reported hearing. I think they said last night. And that was it.
Hmm.
And they certainly didn't seem to think this was a something that had been going on for some time either.
No, they were quite unsettled. And they said they felt the ground shake. But they didn't see it happen because they were in the forest.
Yeah, they were
at the time.
They were off at their little whatever zone they like.
Well, I kind of vote for the straight route or the direct route. But we'll just have to, I think, go slower and be a little bit more stealthy careful. And having Badath kind of scout ahead might be a really good idea.
Yeah, that makes sense.
All right. So what direction are we going, and by what means?
Probably just on foot. I don't think we need to use mounts in such a short land. Or does everybody want to go a bit faster here?
I mean, it's a pretty small island.
I'd like to
Yeah,
poke around.
if we're scouting, then I don't think mounts are the thing for that.
Yeah, exactly. I'd like to poke around.
Yeah, I'll second that.
Okay, so south along the beaches, then.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So, like I said, maybe a half hour of walking, you're able to kind of get around onto the southern southern edge of this small island. Much the same in terms of terrain. Small beaches leading into brambles and trees. The small forest set slightly above the waterline. You have seen wildlife here and there, small wildlife birds. Not really anything so large and skittish as the first few boars that you met.
Have we seen any evidence of any other large creatures having been there or humanoids?
You can
Any
make
localized
a-
alien pygmy?
You can make survival or perception checks to see if you notice anything interesting.
Okay.
Alvis Taver is fed on stories about this one bird that was flightless and that was eaten to extinction. He thought that it would have been way better if they, farmed them for eggs.
Right.
Constantly has his eyes out for something like that. Well, doesn't constantly. This is one of the first few times he's been on a boat. He's been on a boat before, but never with, the intent of scouting an island.
Right. Yeah, you're going places on a boat.
Yeah.
So, Naya, you're keeping an eye out for anything out of place. And as a coastal druid, this is kind of your turf, right?
Right.
But it all seems relatively normal to you as far as the Redshift area goes. Um,
Any regional coconuts?
no, I don't think we're in the right space for coconuts. We're unless coconuts grow further north than I think they do.
This could be the Great Cerberuan Northern coconut.
It could. I don't think it is though. It all seems very similar to the type of terrain you see on the mainland over here.
Okay.
Hardly different at all. Um, the only thing that you notice is that when you get to the southern beach. Question: did you have Rodile wait for you where he was, and Irenaeus with their boat, or did you want them to kind of follow along a little ways next to you?
That would probably be a good idea.
Okay.
I'm afraid that the boat is kind of obvious, though.
Yeah, I mean, that's a fairly good point. Like, they skedaddled last time because they were afraid of getting spotted, so...
Right.
True, that was all the way down at the volcano, though. Which
Yeah,
is
that's
another,
fair.
you know, almost 100 miles south of here.
You mean they didn't paint the deck the color of the ocean?
Paint's a bit of a luxury around here. You know?
I guess.
But it's
I had
it's
no
a
idea.
thought. So with that said, will you have asked Rodile to hang back or no?
I figure we can just use that as a meeting point. Just,
Okay.
come back there where he's at right
So
now.
you hear him shout, and he's given Irenaeus the wheel for now so that he can kind of uh keep his eyes out ahead and do a little bit of navigating himself where he can see better. Um and he's maybe 100 feet off from where you are. So definitely within shouting distance. You hear him shout before at the same time that you notice it. Um hey, the water over here is getting pretty rough. Down south of the island it's churning. And what he says is true. Vigorous waves are beating the shore, and not characteristic of what you were seeing even just a couple miles north of here. And the boat is starting to buck here and there.
Shout for them to turn back.
Yeah, back them off for sure.
This suggests some underwater phenomenon or geological structure we cannot see.
He says, I was just thinking about turning back too. We'll meet you back at the northern beach if you want to hop back on the boat. And they make the turnaround. But yeah, it's a clear day. It's not stormy or anything either. So this is just happening around here.
I wonder if it's related to the ice that fell from the sky in terms of phenomena.
Yeah, is the water a different color, or like is there any other like obvious sign that there might be a shoal or something under the water?
The water isn't off color at all. It seems like, but for the fact that it's riled up, everything is normal. You can see another pair of island from here, though, off in the distance. One's a little bit closer than the other.
Okay, so we haven't gone very far at all. All right.
Well, you're on the south side of this longer northern island. But yeah, you've only walked maybe 4 miles.
I do want to now see what it's like underneath the water there. But I also want to explore deeper, like, we've only circumnavigated this island. What's it like in the forested bits?
Well, we haven't circumnavigated anything.
Yeah, we haven't looked at
this
the east side
little
yet.
tiny thing that that our characters, our tokens, are standing on is this little teeny tiny thing.
Yeah, it's like on a.
Yeah, I know, I can see it.
I thought we were talking about the bigger island that is at the center of the bay.
Which where?
What bigger island at the center of the bay?
I thought that's where we're going.
Oh, nobody's reported an island over there. That is uncharted.
Okay, so all this white unlocked tiles, we don't know if they're land or water. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Correct.
All right. I
Yeah,
did assume they were land. That's my bad.
Oh, okay, I see. No, my mistake for not clarifying. This is uncharted area within the bay because the trajectory of the boats so far have been down this way along the shoreline and up this way around the shoreline. And then they saw the volcano and then they went home.
Right, okay. All right, so that changes things quite a lot from my thinking.
Yeah, and we haven't seen the east side. Montlaren was right. We have almost circumnavigated the entire island.
Right,
You've
okay.
done about a quarter of it, or maybe half, being charitable.
Well, if we started on the northern end, then we're on the southern end, and yeah, half. We were staying along the beaches too, so.
By actual footage, it's a little bit less than half, but yeah. We should finish walking this atoll, but I'm wondering if we shouldn't scout some of this water, because there may be more out here than we realize.
Yeah, right. But also, like, what's actually on the island? It's not just the beach.
Yeah, I'm kind of hoping by doing the walk around we can get a sense of what's in the middle, so that we can decide if we want to actually wade through the, the vegetation.
Might be hidden by the vegetation.
Well, I will tell you what you find either way.
But definitely, like, somebody want to go swimming in the turbulent waters?
No.
Well, and if I cast Water Walk, then we can't go below. However, I can cast water breathing.
Yeah.
So
now,
if we do want to swim, I can at least do that so that we're not going to drown.
that's true. I will say, water walking or swimming. Now, normally, since none of you have a swim speed, swimming is, I believe, difficult terrain. But this is also rough water, which would make it difficult swimming.
Well, and possibly dangerous.
Exactly. So even with water breathing, if you do decide to jump in, you'd have a situation where you're at basically quarter speed swimming around, plus having to deal with whatever exciting gear problems that creates for you.
Right.
If you use water walking and decided to walk on this particular water, it would be difficult terrain for you as you have to balance yourselves on these waves as the what would become the ground royals directly under you.
Right, it's like earthquake territory.
Yeah. So those are both things that you can do, but I want to make sure that you are aware of what your character's aware of.
Can Nimbus turn it to ice? So that it's not so bouncy or whatever?
He can
Only
do
a little
small,
at a time.
Well, he could do pretty large ice blocks, right? Like 5-foot blocks.
Right, but then they would just be like bobbing around like a cork.
Yeah. I don't think what wizard level is freeze 100 miles of ocean.
That sounds like a wish.
That's an empowered meta magic spell.
Yeah, okay. That would be a cool wish.
Why?
What?
Why?
Why? I don't know. Maybe you're like fighting a navy, right? That would be a really cool way to use wish if you're fighting a navy. Although if your 9th level spell's fighting a navy, you probably have some better way to deal with them.
Yeah.
We'll call it a demon navy, and then that solves that problem.
Then now all the druids hate you.
Only if you can't cast wish ever again, then it's hard to undo it.
Yeah, right.
Okay, well, I'm kind of out of ideas. What does anybody else think?
We'll explore the island or explore the turbulent water. And there's also those other islands right over there that we ought to go explore too.
Yeah, I'd rather avoid the turbulent water. Just finish up going around the island here. Maybe go through the middle and see what we see. And if there's nothing too amazing, let's just get on the ship and go to the next island.
Yep.
Well, Albus Taver's geological knowledge knows that phenomenon with the turbulent water probably means something's under there. I'm like, we're gonna sit on that for now.
Yeah, we're not equipped to deal with that.
Right, or there's like either that or there's like a Redshift wave machine down there.
How are we gonna be more equipped? We got the staff, we got a dragon who can both walk and breathe water. Got a beach for all of our supplies to sit on.
I don't know that I trust those boars, man.
I mean, I wouldn't trust me around those boars either. I want to eat them.
I'm just saying, think about what they could do to your maps while you weren't there.
Oh, yeah, good point. Good point.
You do have a handy boat you could leave any gear on whenever you want, but yeah.
I mean, is there a way to be better prepared for water exploration? Or is the spoopy splashes
It's
scary?
tough. Exploring underwater is hard to do unless you're a Triton.
Yeah,
We don't have any of those in the commission.
no.
Um,
We got a coastal druid though.
she's good at exploring the coast.
Water? Yeah, the water is part of the coast. I learned that in middle school.
Yeah. So, how is that coastal exploration going?
You guys make your way to the eastern side of the island after a little bit of deliberation. And much the same you're seeing over here. I'll give you this bit there too. It all looks really unremarkable aside from that first landing you made. And you do notice as you get further north, kind of, as you move from this hex into this hex, um, the water becomes quite calm again.
Are there any obvious springs on this island?
Would you like to go through the center to like cut across to get back to the boat?
Once I recognize the northern beach, I would, yeah. Like maybe like the far end of the beach that we landed on, right?
Got it.
Wait a minute.
Okay,
Would
so-
the here? Let me up the color of this thing. Get a little better. This. That. So, that wasn't the intent. I can't delete that.
I don't see.
You don't see a line over by the islands?
Nope.
Funny. I guess draw player shapes isn't working.
Oh, great.
Okay, I see it now.
So not that big line on the left, but that sort of area that I've drawn there. Is that approximately where the high turbulence was at?
I can't see what you're talking about, but yeah.
So like, let me move back to this.
Oh, I see it now.
Wow, there it is.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell how far south it goes, but
Is that like the general angles, like towards both of the islands there, such that if someone tried to sail a boat through them, they would be going through turbulence?
Is that the Bermuda Triangle?
it's a decent approximation, Nimbus.
All right. Well, that's definitely something to keep in mind. We should probably be staying to perimeter islands for right now, then. Until we know more about that rougher water. It could be going throughout the entire area. Giant belching
Right.
coral reef or something.
Well, yeah, I mean, remember, this wasn't all underwater before the Redshift, so it's also possible that what we're seeing is like the effect of submerged ruins or something.
Ah, that's true.
I don't, being the guy that wears the heaviest armor and carries around way more stuff than he ought to, I don't necessarily want to go dive in the water and look, but it might actually be worth doing so. If not now, maybe in some future expedition. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're
Agreed.
saying.
Or if we actually do have somewhat a diving crew that can be assembled to check out the area, that would be worth having a second boat.
And
Well, right,
getting some kind of diving gear too.
Right, yeah, we could build a bell.
Right.
But yeah, I was thinking honestly that if there isn't some explanation for what we just saw, it's also possible that there's some sort of magical phenomenon there that the expedition would want to know about.
Yeah, it's possible.
True. I mean, you can cast water breathing on me and hold my breath, but probably better to be able to breathe it so I can cast spells down there. I could actually go down and kind of look around a bit.
In terms of your guys' powers, I think surviving is not the biggest issue, but more so moving, navigating, and really getting around down there.
Right. I imagine visibility might be a problem too if that water's all churning up.
Visibility and speed.
Call up like a giant sea turtle.
You keep mentioning speed. So that suggests to me that there might be something we need to run from, and we aren't going to be able to run.
Well, you use the staff to call up like a giant sea tortoise or something. And
You gotta find the animal first, and then you can dominate it.
well, then
right. It might help if we need to run from something, though.
Well, that's why we have the druid here. The druid's an expert in the whole nature biz. Give us a giant sea tortoise lure.
But yeah, I
can't turn into one of those yet.
No, that's why I asked you to design like a lure, like a hunter's lure for attracting animals. You get us a lure for a giant sea tortoise, and then we use the staff to dominate the giant sea tortoise, or even just talk to it, and then we grab onto its shell, and it can swim through the area with its innate swim speed.
Crossing 1 hex of water, of ocean, even with water breathing, would take you quite a while. And the reason I mentioned speed is for that, because unless you're doing something fancy like figuring out a way to walk on the ocean floor, I don't think water breathing gives you any. It doesn't help you swim.
Oh no! It would literally take all day to swim a hex, even if you had water breathing.
Can't I just
there'd probably be
levitate
some
down?
exhaustion. What was that?
Can't I just levitate down to the ocean floor?
Does levitate let you go through liquid?
Does it reverse levitate?
Well, so this is why I was.
Well, levitate you can go up and down, but I don't know if that's through air or can be through any material.
Yeah, I mean, gas is less dense than.
Yeah, going down is getting to the bottom fast is the easy part because gravity works, right?
Well, yeah, he can just make ice shoes for us or something like that.
Sure, yeah. I mean, you grab a rock, you jump in, you hold the rock, and you go down. I'm talking if you want
Nimbus, you can make us an ice bell.
If you want to get from here to here, like just by going through the water, there's definitely going to be some exhaustion penalties involved.
Nimbus can make us a bell made of ice.
Altitude.
What makes you think any of us can survive that?
Well, yeah, I mean, even if he did make us a bell today, you need equipment to properly use one. Like I've seen one before, and it had, what do they call that? A jib? It was hung from a jib.
Well, no. That's where the wizardry comes in. He'll just add ice to the bottom to make it heavier or not, so we can sink or float to the top because ice is buoyant.
I see.
Exactly. I see E.
I see why, right?
Yes, that too.
Yeah, I mean, that's like table talk. That's ridiculous, but like mechanically, that the math checks out. That would totally work.
In a certain sense. How does the air get down there? You'd have to like create a spout,
Type of ice.
right?
Well, you would just have the bell's worth of air, so you wouldn't have much
okay, so
time while you
you'd
were
just be
down
on
there.
a time
Yeah.
limit.
No,
Right.
no. You just make an ice snorkel.
Yeah. I mean, the water being warmer than the ice, you are going to lose ice over time. So, like, the more elaborate your construction, the less likely it's going to work because,
Well, no, if it's still within range, I can keep it completely solid and keep its form. But
It's
I would
also
have to be in range.
It's also a badass insulator too, Snipe. So I hear what you're saying, but unless these are tropical waters, which they're not, we know through military history in World War II that pykrete would withstand
right.
waters in military situations.
No, I get what you're saying. I guess what I was trying to say is like there's a there's a limit to how long you can build that snorkel just based on the mechanics of how you have to build it.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
I can't see that there's any limit on using it to go up and down through fluid.
No, you're right.
talking
Like the
about
bell
levitation.
around you could absolutely rise and lower as you saw fit.
I'm saying the levitate spell.
Oh, right. I forgot you were looking that up. Totally.
Yeah. Now, here's a question for you, sir. How much are we willing to put neutral buoyancy into effect regarding 500 pounds so that I can push and pull?
Yeah, because this right here also brings into question like Starfarer or any like sci-fi iterations where the rules are in place. Because what happens when you're on a planet where your air is more dense or there's less gravity, and so you can literally swim through the air? Does levitate not work on that planet?
It's funny. I've never looked at Starfinder's rules on magic. I don't know how that would work. I mean, no, it has it though.
Right. Like, these are all important questions. If levitate doesn't work through liquid, I don't see it working through a room full of gas either. Like if the gas was super dense anyway.
Okay, no. So here's the way it would work. I think it would, unless we strictly interpret altitude as mid-air, and the last line of gently float to the ground as implying that you need to be over ground, which could still be technically applied to liquid. Then yeah, you should be able to go through liquid. But yes, buoyancy would apply to that 500-pound rule, I think. So if you were trying to sink something, you would have to probably take that into account if it was producing a upwards buoyant force.
Right. And I know, Elvis, who's full of hot air, is probably going to float to the surface, but everybody else, I think I'm just joking. That was out of character, by the way. I think we could probably just weigh everybody down, get down, and then when it's time to get everybody back up when we've had enough, it's either a combination of me using levitate or Naya just turning into some sort of hopefully larger and stronger sea creature that we see along the way and help get people up that way.
That's a whole lot of ifs in
Well,
what you said.
at the very least, I know levitate will allow me to bring people back up, and with neutral buoyancy and water breathing, I would imagine, it's not going to be.
How long
Okay,
does,
okay. Here's a question on water breathing. Do you breathe air into your lungs, or do you have water in your lungs? Like when?
How long does yeah, can you pop that water breathing spell into the into the chat.
Yeah, just a
I
second.
think it lasts like 8 hours.
So just personally, I always thought that a magical membrane covered all of your orifices.
Last
and
24
it
hours.
filtered the oxygen out of
Wow.
the liquid into your system. But that's just me.
It might depend on the caster too.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I like the whole depends on your caster thing too, but that's how I logically determined it in my head, because otherwise it would be very uncomfortable when the spell dissipated if you had ever used it, because you'd still have all of that water in your lungs, which means there's a moment when the spell ends that you're literally drowning and you need somebody next to you in order to perform CPR in order to get the water out of your lungs.
Okay, so
that
water
sure
breathing
does make
lasts
sense.
24 hours. That's not going to be an issue.
Yeah, that is quite long.
So the question, so there's no question that we can do that. Mostly what we're looking at is the question of buoyancy, the question of how do we stay on the bottom if we want to walk along the bottom, and then you have the question of how do we get the flock out of here if there's a problem.
Well, we can use stones to help us get down there, and tie it to
yeah.
our something with a knot that's easy release.
You could conjure up balls of ice for each of us in an emergency case, and we could grab up to them, and those would float up to the surface.
Oh yeah, you mean for the way up? That would definitely help in that ice is buoyant in water. Yeah, as far as getting down goes, yeah, just holding onto a rock or or something similarly heavy, if there's any ballast on the ship, that would be useful too.
I mean, this is one of our flakier ideas, to be honest.
Yeah,
I do want to see what's in the overgrowth of the island too.
Yeah, I'm a little more interested in checking out those other 2 islands than I am taking the deep dive right.
Yeah, we could do that. Yeah, we could do that next time. Likewise, I'm interested in the overgrowth on all of those other islands too. Those could be hiding something. What if the turbulence is just a naturally caused turbulence caused by an underwater tunnel system?
Yeah, right. Or we're standing at the top of what used to be hills, so it's just a really narrow channel between them or something.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think if we put off an underwater exploration project until the next time, then it also gives us time to get with Smitty, and maybe he can invent some underwater bell type structures for us to take with us.
Most definitely. I'll also have my dredge.
And I don't know why, but I feel like I'm having deja vu, like we've already had this conversation before.
Because we were talking about getting my dredge.
Yeah, but wasn't that months ago? I'm talking about something that feels old.
No, the dredge was last week. Oh, okay.
No,
yeah,
last year or something.
Right, there was when we investigated the castle that was frozen in ice that ultimately collapsed, and we all had an underwater escape.
Right. Okay.
Makes me sad.
Okay.
But yeah, I think just in terms of achievable objectives for tonight, I think we can explore these islands and maybe scout some of the surrounding waters to get a better sense of what's actually in the bay. And I would consider that a win,
That does sound like a good idea.
I'd like to unlock as much of these unlocked hexes as possible.
Right.
So let's do what we can on this island, move to the others, see if we can unlock some more, get on the boat, maybe putz around a little bit before we've got to head back.
And honestly, the more islands that we find, Alvis Tavern pipes up, the more true to the name I've given these islands would be good.
That is a very small font. What does that say?
It's the Venthorex. The Venthorex.
Oh, nice. Yep. Gotcha. Nice.
Each one of them are eyes. Get it? Get their eyes.
I do. I like it. I think that's good. You should put that on the map.
I did put it on the map.
Maybe,
You might want to
maybe
check
use
your
bigger
spelling.
letters. Yeah. Yeah, before you pour sand on that ink.
It's a little bigger. I didn't want it to be obnoxious.
Yeah, speaking of like evidence of ruins and things, because that's a segue. Has there been any evidence of the past of this region in what we've seen on this little island, or is it just all completely overgrown?
Oh
Not
yeah, that's
here,
why I
yeah,
want to go through.
So yeah, trekking across the center of the island. It's really just kind of no different than trekking through a somewhat deep forest anywhere else. Um, Overgrown and tangled, but peaceful enough. You don't spot anything really out of place. You don't see anything standing out where it shouldn't be. And Lauren, to your question, you don't really see any slabs or tiles or cairns even anywhere you look. So, I mean, I don't know how long you guys are willing to spend here. You could totally take a whole day to scour this island if you wanted. Or if you'd rather move on quickly, then you could just do a quick glance through.
Yeah, I'd rather cover more ground than do an in-depth archaeological
Yeah, I think I
expedition.
agree.
Knowing that it's fairly safe, I think it'd be fine to send other expedition teams to scour them a little bit deeper for us.
Yeah, I mean, I think we can say
Worthwhile.
that the northernmost island there is about 6 miles long, north to south, and maybe 1.5 miles wide at the waist of it.
We do have
Um, and that's about it for that one. And then we know it has a population of boars and this weird phenomena at least once with the ice from the sky.
Yes.
dead on, by the way.
Yeah, did we ever determine if like the angle of the ice in the ground gave any indication of what direction it was going when it hit the ground?
The best you were able to figure out was that it had come from. It had
The
likely
sky.
originated from some distance offshore.
And it was vertical.
Right.
Yeah, I was just wondering if maybe it came from that water to the south.
Well, imagine the trajectory if it came from that would not work really with the angle that we had determined and the boom
Right,
of
right.
impact.
It was just inside of the thing. If that was the case, the only imaginable case would be like a giant geyser that spat it up in the air.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Basically something lobbed it almost straight up in a very narrow arc.
Yeah, that might work. No. When it comes to exploring the island, I think maybe giving it one quick cross around and then getting on the boat somewhere on the western side before the rough waters, and then exploring the next island from there. Just to say that, yeah, we've been through the island and we didn't see anything. Maybe I send Keen through some of the underbrush just in case. Maybe she discovers some stone work or some stuff
Right,
like that.
Not today.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's here, it's well buried or located somewhere else you haven't checked.
All right.
But that island exploration probably took you the better part of the midday. Um, so you could probably manage one more circumnavigation if you like. If you were planning on heading to island number 2.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'd like to do if nobody objects.
Yeah, let's camp out on island number 2 too. 2-2?
Yeah, that makes sense.
2-2-2.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
All right.
As long as we don't find anything weird. Yep.
Yeah, if we can see that water phenomenon from that island, I'd
Do we have like a
someplace where we
spyglass
can
or
keep
something?
an eye on it.
Rhode Isle has one.
Did we borrow it from him? I thought we did once before.
I don't remember honestly.
Did
I
I
know
ever
we
ask
used it on
you?
the boat. I don't think we ever borrowed it though.
No, and I didn't actually ask you that question that I was going to.
How far away is the boat from where we are?
Well, if you've gone back to the western beach, he's right there, and you can just water walk over to the boat. But it's been a couple hours at this point, so he and Irenaeus are sitting on the deck playing cards, waiting for the
All right. Well,
stragglers to show up.
I'm inclined to head back to the boat, see if we can borrow his spyglass to take a look at the location where the churning water was. See if we can see anything.
Just like the top of the water.
Yeah, I mean, is it localized? Is it spread out? Is it come and go? Whatever. I mean, we're heading in that direction anyway, but I'd kind of like to see if we can see anything over time.
Right. I was thinking if we're going to camp on that island over there, we should camp someplace where we can see it, so we can keep an eye on it over the course of the night as well.
I mean, we need to give the brigadier some observations, and we haven't observed shit, so to do that.
Observed a couple things. Okay.
So I can go ahead and walk over to the boat if nobody else wants to come with me, but I'm gonna kind of make a beeline for the boat. I'm not worried about the boars.
Do you wanna do this investigation from island number 2?
I think I'd like to use the spyglass all the way from the time we board Rhode Isle's ship to arriving at island number 2 and possibly after we land.
Got it. Okay.
So whatever span of time that is, maybe a couple of hours at least, so we can say we gave it a good shot. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, it's a pretty short hop between those two. I'm assuming you're going to the closer island at this time.
Yeah, that's fine with me.
Unless you want to go.
But that's the closer island is in between. There is where we saw the rough water, right?
Right. So you'd be going from up here to like down here.
Right, and he'll probably steer to avoid the rough water, but still, with a spyglass, we can actually see some things. Maybe.
Right.
I mean, we can at least try.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, okay. Make me a perception check then as you move along. Naya, please.
I was afraid I'd burned it all up on the 23.
Yeah, so you can definitely tell there's like a so from what you saw, it was kind of like this sort of
Right, and a little bit south, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So like that is about the border that you can see so far. It's hard to tell where it ends beyond that though.
Okay. Well, that would take a pretty keen eye anyway. That's a couple of miles at least.
Yep. So around
but that should be made a bit easier with a spyglass, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It doubles your sight
Okay.
range, effectively. So like this little spot right here is about where you met Rodial, and he said he was gonna piss off and turn around.
Okay. Seems reasonable.
Yeah, so taking the pink route, landing on the island. Now you are on a different island. You are on a different beach. He's able to get you close enough to hop off with the water walk. It's kind of getting into the afternoon at this point.
Right. So we need to figure out a place to make camp.
Yeah.
And one of us always has our eye glued to that spyglass, right?
Do you want to take it with you off the boat?
Yes. I'd like to ask him for permission. We're not going to go very far, but I want to keep an eye as we are traveling on that pink route on the boat, and as we embark or disembark to get on island number 2, then I'd like to borrow that spyglass until just before sundown, so I can keep an eye, or all of us can keep an eye on that rough water and see what we see, which may be nothing.
No, don't go dropping it, and don't go getting it, like punched off of you or something.
Right, aye, Captain.
It's not commissioned property. It's mine. I had to buy that.
Yep. Okay. I know it's precious.
We'll keep it safe.
Or die trying.
No, it's not precious. It's just expensive as hell. So don't
Right.
wait.
Well, so long as we've got most of it, I can pretty well repair it.
I can afford to reimburse him as well. So you can repair or mend, and I can reimburse if necessary. So.
Right, I forgot you're all wizards. All right, here you go.
Thank you. So basically, Naya is useless for the next while because she's keeping an eye peeled on the rough water. Now, I'm guessing Alvistaver wants to look through that spyglass. And is it on an around the neck lanyard kind of thing?
No, it's loose.
Okay, so Alvistaver, if you're going to borrow that, you got to be absolutely on your best behavior.
Yeah, it's a simple 3-segment, plain old spyglass with a few lenses.
And maybe I'm the only one interested in this, but I want to keep an eye on it.
Can I use that?
Yes, as long as you're very careful. It's the only one we got, and it's not ours.
All right. Take a peek through it.
Yep. See what you see. If you see anything, make sure you write it down or chart it on your map.
Alvistaver, I don't understand the meaning of the thing that you sent me just now.
If he's pulling some shit, I'm going to beat his ass.
He said, I cast prestidigitation on the lens of the spyglass. You mean like a drawing of a unicorn?
Yeah, sure, but no, now the joke's ruined. But yeah, whatever. He gives it back because God has literally, ruined his fun.
I spoiled the prank by not understanding it.
What do you mean? How can you? I can make illusionary images with prestidigitation, and I would like an illusionary image of a unicorn on top of this lens of the thing, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, it's.
Right, you wanted to do the very small unicorn illusion at the terminus of the lens, basically.
Yes. It'd be all like, what the hell? There's a unicorn at the end of the lens, and then she would maybe look at something else, and there'd be a unicorn at the end of the lens. It'd be obvious that I did something to it, but what the fuck did I do to it? And it would have been funny, and it would have been
Right, totally. Oh well.
I apologize for ruining your life.
It's okay. My life was ruined already.
To be fair, she would see and hear you cast the spell.
I suppose. But that doesn't mean she knows what I did.
I think most of the people in this party recognize the verbal components for prestidigitation at this point.
Right. I was gonna say we've all certainly heard them.
You're on a rockier, gravelier beach, just a little bit, compared to the first one, at current time, and above you is a hill, not forested as the previous island, but this one is more rocky. Um, it's kind of like a relatively steep, actually, uh, crag that stretches some way above you. You obviously would have been able to see this from the other shore and from the boat to a certain extent. Um, but there's the center of the whole center of this island outside the beach is dominated by this tall climb up this rocky hill. If you would like to make such a climb.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, I imagine the view of that rough water would be pretty good.
Yeah, it could be. You're kind of on, so yeah, you're kind of where like that pink landing is right now. So
Okay.
again, yeah, walking across the island, you could probably get there and then find a good spot to make camp. Rather that would be a reasonable amount of time to do so. And Rodile says he and Irenaeus will be fine either camping on the beach or camping on the boat itself, just anchored a little bit off the shoreline if you want.
Okay.
But
Well,
wherever
we
they
aren't
feel
going to
is
be far.
safest.
I'm
Yeah.
back.
We won't be far away. We're not going anywhere.
Hope not.
I don't think we are.
Right. We have had some bad luck with that in the past, though.
We have. I was just thinking I don't want to think about that. No, you had to remind me.
Alvis Taver seems to be obsessed with the idea that we need to prepare for coconut crabs in the middle of the night.
That's funny.
He
Nice.
doesn't want to get eaten by coconut crabs.
Okay, so you need to sleep up, maybe in a hammock.
I
Unless
set my barrel,
Yeah, okay. Either that or on the boat.
but what if they... No, not on the boat. Jesus Christ, no, not on the beach.
I didn't say the beach, I said the boat.
The boat will be on the beach.
No, the boat's going to be anchored offshore. They said so.
Oh, okay,
Right.
okay. Inside of a barrel on a boat.
It sounds really claustrophobic to me and a little bit stifling.
Yeah,
But
I think
okay.
even nauseating.
Right, whatever works.
Yeah, so is there time to make it up to the top of the hill and look around, or do we have to wait till tomorrow?
No, you could definitely do it today.
Cool.
I'm all for that, personally.
All right, I'm
Yeah.
in.
I'll go.
All right,
Yeah,
now sort of finding the easiest path up.
Yeah, imagine that's a bit of work.
These hills. Yeah, it's not overly difficult of a climb. You just kind of picking your way up the easiest route that kind of slopes and twists and turns a little bit. Eventually, as you're nearing the what you think might be the crest, the utmost top of this place, you see ahead of you one crag jutting out from the ground that you are currently level with, and atop that platform is a large uh, gout of steam originating from a maybe 30-foot high spike of ice.
Spike of what?
Ice.
Ice?
I think I need to equip lightning. Fire and ice are not going to cut it down here. So we have a big gout of ice, and from it is coming steam that may or may not be related to fire. Does any of us have the ability to detect seismic or volcanic activity? Let me see if I do.
I
Here,
think we
give
might
me a
also
quick
want
detail.
to consider that it's just a larger chunk of that, ice explosion, and that's just vapor going on top.
I think that's fair. Yeah, definitely. But I'm wondering if there is seismic activity here.
Here, give me a piton.
Whatever
and I
the
will,
medieval version of that is.
I'll hammer it into the ground and listen.
Mike,
Well,
my
we get a
question
sample?
to the party is are you once you acknowledge this from some way away, are you approaching?
I would want to, yeah.
Sure.
Of course.
And I've got an extra bag, so we can take a sample.
Okay.
Nimbus, did you get a sample of the first one?
It's ice.
The first ice
Yeah,
chunk,
it is.
I think I did put it in an empty water flask.
Okay. Well, I have a bag. I have an extra bag that I could put a chunk into, but I wonder if there's a way to insulate the bag. This is really condensed, dense ice. You know what I mean? It's like this is really condensed. It's tight.
Did we
Tight
determine
water
it was
crystals.
like glacial ice?
I don't think we've determined anything yet. We haven't gotten to it, but
you only determined that it was fairly clear water after you had melted it. But something that might be of interest to the party is that after you approach, there's kind of it's almost like a bend in the path through the rock, where you're at this lower floor level below a higher you're almost in a ravine or crevice of some sort at the apex of the island here, but you see some stuff.
could you clarify on stuff?
Ah! What the fuck is that?
Whoa.
Yeah, what is that?
I see.
Ooh, I want to make friends with that guy.
Well, you see a second chunk of ice. And also, you see yes, Mount Lauren. Creeping, twisting vines? Question mark. Many of them seem to be looking at you or at the sky or at something else that you can't see.
I want to grow some of those. I also want to make
And
friends with one of those.
this purple orifice is only slightly in your line of sight. But as you kind of come around the bend here, you can kind of make it out between two sandstone pillars. And there is what appears to be a large red and blue, perhaps an ape.
Naya, go talk to it.
Right.
Yeah, I wouldn't get too close to those vines.
Well, if
I
it's
mean-
if it's a monster, I can't talk to it anyway.
I want to get a cutting of those vines. No, it's just an ape.
I've never seen an ape that looks like that.
Uh-huh.
Orangutan?
Well, or in that color.
Orangutan?
Yeah, see, that's a different shape, though.
This one's just got juice.
I see.
He's using the roids. Can't you tell? He seems awfully grumpy. Naya, you should tell him to...
If I
It
was
appears to be picking at something upon one of these vines, facing away from you.
Do I
You
get
should-
a sense of like beast, fey, fiend, elemental? Like, can I? What do I consider it to be from here? From just I can roll a perception check if you like.
Looks beastly, but strange beast, of unusual size.
Rodents of unusual size?
I know that's what I was thinking of. Shifted maybe?
You do notice that it does appear to be wearing bracelet as well, which is unusual, even for a beast of unusual size.
Has it seen us yet?
Not if you haven't been talking very loud.
Is this the kind of stone I would get, like, say, a bonus on if I were to try to be super stealthy on it?
Oh, for sure.
Ooh, yeah, I never get to use that.
You want to hide?
I would like to move up, but still hide, yeah, just so I can, like, peek around and see what the ominous, aura, glowy thing that would be realistically what I'm seeing off this guy if it casts some sort of ominous glow aura thingy.
Okay. Roll stealth, and I believe you get an advantage on that, right?
Cha, I got stone camouflage, man.
Yeah. Okay. Roll stealth then, with advantage. Nice.
Yeah.
So this friend has a passive perception of not that high. So far as you can tell, you are hidden.
What does my divine sense tell me about what I'm looking at?
Montlarin, there's a fiend on the crag directly above you.
Oh shit. Okay. I will quietly mention that to the rest of the group.
Yeah, that's no good.
Oh, that's a fiend? What's killing
He's
me?
ahead of
This
us.
is
He's not
organs.
above us, right? So that's not that creature.
Correct.
Right.
Alvis, I don't think he said that loud enough for you to hear.
Yeah, I mean, I was definitely trying to be quiet here.
Yeah, okay.
And I don't have any in speaking, so.
Oh, that's too bad.
So what would we like to happen?
I was going to try to get a good look or investigation of the area.
Sure. Yeah, I mean you can kind of you can move to like here, right? Around the crag a little bit. And again, you're hidden. Amongst this wall, just kind of blending in. And you see more or less what is described. The large ape hasn't noticed you yet. The purple orifice has not done anything. Nor have the vines.
Vines seem to be growing out of it.
There are thin stalks and thick stalks, and the thickest stalks appear to go through the orifice.
Okay. I did not mean to click on that, I'm sorry.
That's fine.
I would, though, speaking of Mage Hand, like to poke one of the eyeballs with the Mage Hand.
No, not yet. No.
You'll have to vocal component for that.
I already had it cast with my characteristic of Tourette's.
I am aware of this.
It's not Tourette's, it's OCD.
Okay, no, good point.
But the casting a vocal spell within 1 minute of being here would be loud.
Good point. No, good point. And they did tell me to be quiet. Damn it, I want to see what one of the eyeballs would do if I poked it.
Yeah, we don't want to do that yet.
I was thinking it too, but not yet.
Well, it's not like it might alert the fiend.
Montlaren communicated that there's a fiend
It absolutely could notify the fiend.
Yeah, I did.
You tell me bias telepathy you haven't told me you have yet, Nimbus?
I was going to quietly mention that there's no way I can get up to the top of that without it giving our position away.
Should I have the death get it from a different angle?
I would like to know what we were dealing with before I decided how to arrange myself. So if we can get
if
that
whatever
kind of
information we can get, that would be good.
I would then have the death kind of fly around more from this direction. It seemed like, he's not giving away position. Just kind of try to give a stealthy look around and get noticed.
So where exactly is he going up?
The death would be kind of going down low this way and then kind of coming. I can't do indicators off screen, but like kind of coming back off screen from that direction. So as to not reveal our position.
Go ahead and roll stealth in that case. For Badath. Unless it's gonna be normal stealth.
Bird.
Bird sheet.
Here is bird sheet. Okay.
If there's no stealth bonus, then it's just a dex.
Yeah, it's stealth +3.
Nice. Okay. Are you looking through his eyes the whole time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I give him
So-
advantage on stealth?
No.
Okay.
So around here, is where the second ape notices the owl, and you notice that it noticed.
Okay. Then I would have
The
him
owl.
fly off this way, and the next opportunity I get to summon.
Which way?
Up off
East, further east.
this way, but
Northeast.
staying low, like not
Okay.
giving away position.
Okay. Yeah. So he veers kind of around the ice, and then you could just desummon from anywhere, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
Okay. So all that would happen is then the beast would follow for a second, and then obviously you lose sight of it when Badat goes poof.
I mentioned
I have
that I
question.
Go
directed
ahead.
it up.
Okay. Do I need to roll a perception check? Are there any animals, critters, insects, bugs, birds around here at all on this plateau?
Bugs, critters like that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, here and there. Perception check for birds, please.
What about insects, like spider size?
Yeah, I mean you've
Shit.
seen like flies and other such similar bugs, crawly things around in the dirt up here. You do see some birds overhead at the moment. In fact,
But I imagine they're far overhead, right?
pretty
Which
far,
is
yeah.
why Badath was notable to that monster.
Well, there's also a flaming owl flying directly toward it.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So what I'm thinking of to the group, I say this sort of voce. I am thinking of doing a wild shape into something very small, like a spider, something that is not uncommon around here, where I can climb and get a good view and see what I can see. I think anything really much bigger than that is likely to draw too much attention. What do you think, guys?
Yeah, go for it. That sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, please excuse the pun. It's not exactly intended, but just bug out at the first opportunity.
Yeah. Oh, this is
I'm
meant
gonna bug out.
This is meant to be a scouting opportunity rather than an anything else opportunity. So, since they saw the Badath, maybe if I stick close to the ground and I'm a little worried about are those eyes on the vines?
They sure look like them.
They sure
that
do.
way.
So I'm a little worried about those eyes, since they may detect movement. And if any of them have like, some plants have a fly trap kind of mechanism, I might be toast in that form. So y'all need to just know that going in, and I need to know it too.
If you
Yeah, you
become
need to be
toast in
careful.
that form, you'll just pop into your normal form.
Yeah, and then we got to run like hell. So
Yeah,
everybody
get you. Yeah.
everybody needs to know that up front. So if I do this and it doesn't work, we're kind of hosed. But
And
Alvis Taver, make your notes, take your map, do what you can now before I go in there.
Did the one up top also have a bracelet sort of thing on?
Yeah. They have similar garb in that sense.
I was only able to detect that creature's presence because it is,
A
for
fiend.
lack of a better way to put it, evil. So everyone, please be cautious. This is not good.
Right, a particularly shitty kind of evil. Also, does that gorilla not give you that feel?
I think it's just too far away.
It
My
is
senses are
indeed
limited in range. Yeah.
too far
Gotcha.
away.
Okay. Because
So what is it exactly?
Fiend implies. I mean, I don't know that Amber Green knows this, but if fiends are demons, right? The opposite
Right.
of devils.
Fiends are both.
Oh, okay.
Fiend is
So
the,
what
regular term.
Is the catch-all? I get it.
Yeah.
what is the fiend? What is emanating fiend from here if that monster is too far away?
Well, now
Well,
it's
it was
too
the
far.
other one.
Well, and is that a portal
he
to
led
a
one
hell?
away. The one that he led away was close enough for me to detect.
Ah, okay, but you didn't know it was right there. Okay.
Right. It wasn't until I detected
Okay,
it
that
with my
makes
senses
sense.
that I realized what was going on. Yeah.
While Badath was making that sweep, did you see any other ones on the higher areas, or was that just the only one?
That was the only one you spotted.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and shapeshift, and you guys know the drill. I can't talk when I'm in the form, and if it all goes to hell, run like the blazes, and I love you all.
Well, you can turn into something that runs faster than the rest of them.
Well, I'm gonna do spider because it's small,
Yeah, but if something
and I can
gets
do
you and
walls.
you gotta go run, you can turn into a cheetah or just something to help you
So
get out of there.
can I do that? Can I shape from one to another in the blink of an eye, basically, on the run?
Can you?
If you get hit while you're a spider and you become your normal self, then the next opportunity
Right. I'm wondering about the next opportunity part.
Use
Do I have
your
to wait 2 hours? Or
no,
can I go
it's
right away?
instantly. It's as soon as you're not in your current shape.
Well,
and
okay,
you have
so
a turn to
you
cast
can use your bonus action to revert on your turn, and you use an action to revert to shapeshift first. So you could revert then shapeshift again on the same turn, which is effectively the same thing.
Yeah, there's no cooldown on it.
All right.
It's just that you have however many shots at it without a short rest between. I think it's like 3 or 4 for where you're at.
I think it's still just 2 because she's a coast, not a
I'm
moon.
going to do Spider Naya, which is a tiny beast.
Yes.
So it's tiny and small and unobtrusive, which is the point. It can also climb difficult surfaces, including upside down. It has web sense, and it is a web walker.
There you go.
It has a little tiny bite. I mean, it's attack plus 4 to hit. But mostly it is dark vision and stealth. Because Naya, of course, as a big ass dragonborn, has no stealth whatsoever.
I've given you a your spider token.
Okay. I gotta pop this out just a second.
Sure. So as long as people are willing to wait behind whatever corner they can wait behind.
I don't
Now you
have.
can
Wait, where's my token? Oh, there it is.
right in front of yours.
Okay, so have we rolled initiative or anything yet? I don't remember
No.
that.
No.
Okay.
Not till we need to.
All right. Well, let me know when I can go.
Yeah, you can.
All right.
I assume the rest of you, besides Alvis Taver, are huddled behind some obstruction.
Whatever we
Whatever.
can
Yeah.
find, yeah.
Okay.
I'm on an obstruction.
I have a
Yes.
question, and this has to be OOC, of course. So presumably before she went ahead and shapeshifted, because she can't talk once that happens, we determined what she's actually scouting. So what is she scouting? The portal? The thing? The monster? The vines?
Yeah, I mean, like,
Anything? All of it?
anything that can tell us what
What the hell we're looking at? Okay.
fiendish plan is, so to speak.
Okay.
But likewise, like, just where they are, if there's more than that one left, any of that kind of stuff. Anything we need that can help us before we actually start a fight here.
Okay. She's very nervous about going past these eye-looking things. But again, Spidey shouldn't attract anything.
So did you go over the cliff or around it?
I went around it.
Okay, got it.
And I just hugged the ground around, and it curves left and then it curves right. And now I have branched off, and I am heading northish, probably northwest, towards the portal to see what I can see. And I'm going to go past some of these eyes, which makes me nervous. But she's just skittering.
Yeah, okay. I would like you to roll stealth, but you'll have advantage.
Okay.
Due to your
Good thing. She only has 1 point in it.
size. Yeah.
What's the spider stealth?
+4. So it's advantage or
you use
advantage plus.
So just click the normal advantage, and yeah, you use
on the spiders. Wait a second, I gotta get the spider sheet.
Yeah, you have physical spider stats.
Okay, so normal advantage on Spidey. And what am I? Stealth?
Yep. Cool.
How am I doing? So far, so good?
Yeah, that's quite good.
Alright, so she is at the portal.
Okay, it is a black curtain.
Black curtain, did you say?
Yes,
It's not a literal curtain, though, right?
No, smoky, intangible, hard to really focus on. It doesn't seem to have an edge.
Alright, well, she's got about 126 eyes, so are they all out of focus? Trying to focus?
It's just sort of the way it sits in space. It's not.
Okay.
Yeah. You can't see anything through it, though.
Alright. Has she attracted any attention from the eyes?
Doesn't seem like it.
Okay. She's going to climb up this pillar on the right side, sandstone pillar, I think you called it. And she's going to take a breath here. She might have a lot of eyes, but her eyesight's not great.
Yeah, spiders wouldn't be able to see very far.
Right. So from here, is she noticed anything like in front of that portal? Like, is there any kind of a gravity well type of effect coming off that portal that suggests to her that she should not go in front of it?
Not that you can make out. The only thing you've really been able to tell is that the curtain is two-dimensional.
The what?
The void is two-dimensional in space by kind of like going around the pillar and looking at it front and back.
Right. So it's just
a plane.
Right. There's a front and a back and a nothing. right? Two-dimensional, right?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, so she's going to climb back down and go over to the left side pillar so she can get a better look at the fiend. And how is her vision from here? A little better?
I think we're magicifying a fighter's capabilities here, but
Okay.
but we'll say that you can make out the shape of the fiend.
That
And,
seems fair.
Naya might be happy about that because it will have to be her imagination what fills in the ape plucking a round object that has a long trailing dripping bit from
Oh, that's gross, sir.
the ground.
What's it doing with it?
You see the shape of this monster place that thing in its mouth.
Oh, gross me out. Okay.
Yummy. Give us a signal.
All right,
Let's
so
kill this ape.
she's going to come back down, pretty much go back the way she came. She's at the base of this bluff,
Sure.
whatever, and she is going to climb up to the top of the bluff next to the ice.
There is a monkey.
Did it notice her?
Evil monkey.
Evil monkey.
Monkey.
I think you'll need to roll stealth with advantage again.
Fuck.
But
Do these like to eat spiders?
you can if you decide you don't want to make this move as you crest the hill and you see this thing's foot, you can take it back before you roll stealth.
All right, so where do I need to go to take it back?
You'd just be at the top edge there, and you could just nope back down if you want.
Like there?
Yeah, because you'd crest over the edge, you'd see this thing's foot stomping around, and you could totally nope.
Okay. So if I stay and I hug the edge, I really hug, when I even moved it, I hug the edge. And then move over here. So I'm still next to the ice now, but I avoided the thing.
Got it, okay.
Now, what can I see? What can I tell? What can I tell about the ice? What can I tell about the monkey fiend?
It is actually sat on the ground by the time you get over there. It has taken a chunk of icicle. This is like a 5-foot spear of icicle. And it is enjoying a popsicle.
Okay.
A popsicle?
Yes.
It's a popsicle. Yeah.
It's probably hot out.
In this kind of weather? This kind of economy?
The actual ice chunk, again, it's hard to make this stuff out as a spider, but you don't see anything particularly notable about it that differs it from the first chunk you saw on the other island.
This is just more pure water, basically.
Or ice.
Well, yeah, I meant, didn't Nimbus discover that it was basically pure when he melted it?
Yeah, just water. It's just water.
Right.
Okay, so she's going to head back down and resume her normal form.
I wonder if these are somehow like.
Is that okay, sir? We all good?
Being sent by someone who is against the fire people.
So she relays the bits that she saw to the rest of the group, also to Voce in a whisper.
Are you
Yeah,
guys hugging up against that wall at this point, or are you still behind previous cover? Do you move up?
Yeah, no, at this point we moved up so that we were hugging this wall.
Okay, got it.
So she relays everything to everybody, and basically it's kind of like, well, that was a little bit of nothing. Except that the eyes in the vines are food, which is totally gross. The
There he is.
the ice seems to act like a popsicle, for crying out loud, for the one up top. And other than that, the portal is what you'd expect. It has no effect whatsoever if you don't have access to it. So what I don't know, though, and Nimbus might have the answer to this, is that, or might be more knowledgeable than I am, is that if the fiend above us is enjoying a popsicle, does that suggest they're from Ice Realm, or does it suggest they're from Fire Realm and like a little bit of cooling off? How does that work if you're a fiend? Does anybody know? Because I don't.
Admittedly, my understanding is limited, but I don't believe fiends come from that kind of place.
Okay.
They come from their own realm, that is multiple planes. I really should have paid more attention in religious classes.
Well, what I don't know is if these are, it raises several questions, I guess, to my mind. Are we dealing with ice fiends or fire fiends? And it suggests more that we're dealing with with ice, which is really, really interesting because we have a volcano just to the south of us.
Yeah,
what are ice fiends doing here?
I wonder if the two are maybe not exactly related. If the ice is a recent phenomenon, it might just be that, we got lucky that because they are, let's call them hot, and the ice is cold, it was giving off enough vapor that we could see it, but that otherwise they're enjoying a popsicle because, they don't normally have access to that.
Yeah, but doesn't it make more sense that if you're hot, then you enjoy hot, or that you're cold
Well,
and enjoy cold?
They may come from a realm that has no elemental alignment like that at all.
Right, okay. All right. I see what
Right.
you're saying. Yes.
Um,
Okay, well, I don't know. We can speculate all day. And I frankly, I have no knowledge of this, so I don't know. I can only tell you what I saw. The eyes are gross as food. They're gross enough, just being eyes on a vine. But then the fact that it seems to be that they're harvesting them for food is just really atrocious to me.
and it's coming from that portal. I wonder if this isn't an invasion of a sort, or
Preparation for an invasion?
colonization.
Well,
perhaps.
yeah, it's yeah, exactly.
Okay, I could relate to that.
Whatever it is, I'm not gonna lie. I can't let this continue.
Right.
I'm not leaving here.
That's
without
against your
stopping
nature.
this.
Right. So let's put our heads together and figure out a plan of action, because action is happening and we're not leaving until it happens. Right?
Do you think if those pillars are destroyed, the portal will go away?
Yes and no. I think the pillars help support it, but I'm not sure that destroying the pillars would actually make the whole thing collapse. There's no actual mechanism that attaches the pillar to the portal. Yeah, what I said.
Right. It may be it's just a
Maybe a
convenient way to
psychic
frame it.
attachment, but it's not something I could see as a spider.
do any of us have the means to dispel magic? I think that's beyond even us at this point, right?
Ambergreen, I believe you've got that.
I was
Prepared.
just checking.
I do not have it
I have
prepared.
Dispel Magic. It's a domain spell of mine.
Yeah.
Okay,
so you
so
always
you have that
So
prepared.
I always,
Mhm.
yeah. have
That's
it.
wonderful.
I knew we had that covered.
I thought so. I was just like right as you were asking me. I'm like, hey, I think I have that.
So in theory, we might be able to close that portal then.
We're going to need to figure out a way to dispel it or to destroy it. And I was hoping that you would, Montlauren, as a paladin, have a way to use holy against unholy, because the feeling I have is unholy and kind of fiendish, but I could be all wrong. Maybe they're from a realm that isn't fiendish. I don't know.
Well, when the fight begins, I can protect us to some degree against evil, and I can potentially bolster at least a few of us to make the fight easier. But I don't have the means to do much more to these creatures directly than make them feel their own shame at my sight, if you know what I mean.
Yes, that is the point of being a paladin, though, right? You take the
Right.
holy and you apply it to the unholy, and they see their shame.
Right. They'll flee from me, but
Right.
it won't actually banish them, is all I'm trying to say.
Okay. All right. So how do we actually eliminate a fiend if it won't banish, like permanently banish? We have to
Well,
kill it somehow?
Indeed, they bleed.
Okay.
I don't know these fiends in particular, but they certainly respond to the blade. Yeah, it
Okay,
might
well,
require a magic blade.
I'm going to guess that ice may not be useful here. Any kind of water or ice spell. I don't know if fire will be either. And of course, I don't have much prepared that isn't fire or ice, but I can disrupt some earth and I have healing spells prepared. So we'll go with that.
Yeah. So, I feel like we're probably going to be as defensively prepared as we can be. It sounds like both Naya and I will be able to protect.
I can turn into a guardian of nature. I have not used this spell before. It is a tier 4 spell for me. Let me link it.
I thought you used that in the place with the cloud machine, where you turn into the giant tree creature.
I'm not sure that I did. I think I thought about it. I'm not sure that I did.
No,
but
you
there's
totally turned into a tree creature.
there's the spell.
Oh yeah, that's
the-
right. You did. I remember
Okay.
this. Yeah.
So the tree spell is the one that I'm most attuned to. I mean, it's good for me. It's not necessarily good for anybody else. So
Yeah, it gives you advantage on all your spell attacks.
where does it say that?
You
Your
make dexterity and wisdom-based attack rolls with advantage. So all your spells that have an attack roll are wisdom-based.
Okay.
That's nice.
It's
Nice.
a tier 4. I mean, I only have one spell slot, so that's it.
Right.
Okay, so I can use that if needed. And then I have Guardian or Guidance. I'm going to link this. So I can go ahead and put that on anybody every time it's my turn to help. This is a very powerful, potentially powerful buff.
Keep the concentration in.
Right.
That's an ability
Well-
check, though, not combat roll.
Oh, yep. That's right. The other ability.
It's an
checks,
ability
non-attack
check?
rolls.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, never mind. I was thinking it was something else. Okay, so
Bless
we'll
is the
see.
spell you're looking for combat rolls.
What'd you call it?
Bless, but that's a level 1.
Why don't I have that? I don't have that spell.
Isn't that a
Don't think
cleric
it's a great
spell?
spell.
It's
Yep.
probably a cleric spell, and druids don't get it. That would be too OP for druids, frankly.
Yeah, druids are pretty cool. I mean, already.
But I don't have that, so yeah.
It's also kind of cool that we don't have a cleric in the party, but
Well,
like
we
because
do.
we have two
We
half
don't.
clerics between us.
I was gonna say, right?
Yeah.
You've got a bard.
No, we have a bard. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm a bard. I'm just very
Right.
soothing.
He's masquerading as a cleric.
No, vice versa.
He's just very inspiring.
Yes, I'm just a very
Yes.
inspiring musician.
Okay, so anyway, I'll do what I can, but I'm not sure all of the spells that I prepared for fire and ice are going to do any good here.
All right. Albus Tavern, tell me where
Uh.
you've moved in the intervening couple of minutes.
If I could, a little up, like up the wall.
Do you mean literally up, or do you mean north?
I mean, literally up the wall a little bit.
Okay.
If I can stay
you-
camouflaged and climb up the wall comfortably, super sneakily.
Yeah, you'd be able to make it to the top while this is all going on. But you'd have to be careful to watch this ape enjoy his popsicle.
Yeah, I might not I might peek at the very top, see him looking at his popsicle, and then like
You see him
stay there.
You see him bite through the 4-inch thick chunk of ice, like a banana.
Yeah, nope. And then I might just like find a really
Yikes.
comfy spot right here, so that if they start anything, I can pull what my kind call a bomb good. Like you might not understand it; it's a gnome thing.
Okay.
Really?
Ancient stories tell of a badger gnome that used to jump on people from high places. They also
And was it known as bomb good?
I've done it a few times.
I do also want to say I've brought Badath back close by to us. That doesn't have any vocal component.
Right.
So no, it's more of a cultural thing. Bomb gooding is more of where Alvis's culture lies, but it's also called drop bearing. There are a couple of other things. We don't know who traditionally started it.
Right. In my realm, they call that the death from above attack.
Death from above attack. That's a mouthful. Do they fit it in when they come down?
Oh no, they would typically they would yell some other epitaph and the person who was about to
Epitaph or epithet?
epithet. Excuse me. But then the one being attacked would think, oh no, it's death from above.
Oh no, I see.
Yeah.
We didn't typically drop bears though. That sounds horrifying.
Yeah, no. The bears live in the trees and they drop on top of you.
That sounds scary.
Drop bears, yeah, they're from a land down under.
Subterranean trees, fascinating.
We call them tower caps.
How are you going to take the initiative in this combat? Everybody except the gnome.
Yeah, because I'm drop bearing on the first motherfucker I get the chance to.
I'm pretty much following Mount Lauren. Also, my turn order says there aren't any tokens on this page.
That's right. We haven't rolled yet.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Fine.
Yeah,
Oh,
what was that?
He said 1 sec. Okay. Are you back? Are we good?
Yeah, everybody just went robot voice for a second.
Oh,
there.
great.
I should reconnect. Yeah.
Okay, so I was asking what's the plan?
Yeah. So, bare minimum, I think we need to dispatch these fiends. If the vines don't themselves turn out to be.
Oh, I mean the more immediate what's happening this turn plan.
Oh, yeah. If you guys would like to hold back, I would like to cast a spell before you leave my range.
Okay.
Sure, sounds
And
good to
then
me.
you need to move
If he's
quite
gonna,
a distance in order to be in any kind of range, right?
Well, you see my arrow there?
Yeah.
That boundary right there, that's pretty much the distance you can stray from me before I can't cast aid, which is the first thing I was going to do.
Okay. So what's gonna happen then is, if none of you are moving yet,
So we all
then
just kind of shuffle over there or
when
something?
he casts
You'll-
that, I'm probably also gonna cast Mage Armor myself.
okay. We're gonna roll initiative now, and don't roll it with advantage, please.
Sorry, my bad.
No,
Jesus.
That was Elvis Taver rolling it with advantage. Elvis Taver, I'm gonna change yours to a 9, unfortunately, because the 6 came first.
I can't just.
That would be 11,
Sorry,
right?
11. Yeah.
I get a +5.
I know. Yeah. You
Not
rolled a
roll
6.
encounter or encounter check?
You roll initiative on your
Oh,
character sheet.
duh. Thank you.
Wow, I'm fucking slow ass.
God, and it's like, how long we been doing this? 3 fucking years and I don't know shit.
Don't feel bad. I'm currently scanning my character sheet, going, I know it's here
I'm an
somewhere.
idiot.
I'm pretty
God
sure this is
almighty.
decade 3 of D&D for me, and I still don't know shit. So
Okay, well, I don't feel so bad then.
You're ready
Shit.
for 5.5?
right.
I saw that announcement, though.
Oh my god.
I have no idea what the hell it means, but oh my god, you guys are going to have to train me all the fuck over again.
I don't think
It's
this
okay.
campaign's gonna be converting to it.
It's okay. It doesn't matter for Redshift.
You know, I told somebody else just yesterday, I think maybe it was this morning, that I've been running a D&D campaign for 3 years on a custom world, and they're like, oh my god, I need to hear about this. It's like,
Nice.
well, you haven't heard about the other ones we've done and about the next one we're doing.
Right.
It's like, I'm sorry, my Friday nights are taken for the next 25 years doing D&D with my group.
Hopefully.
You can always point them to the YouTube channel and they can catch up.
True.
That's hours
That's a
and hours
long
of
catch-up.
content.
Oh, that's like a
Point.
week's worth of
Hours and hours.
content.
The main thing is that it's a custom world, and they know that I have game dev friends, and so they're kind of already jealous. And then we're talking about D&D, and they're like, "Oh man, tell me what the world is like." Yeah, it's fun.
All right. So the way we're going to adjudicate this is I got to roll initiative for these friends first of all.
No, fiends.
What do you
They're
call
no,
them?
don't
fiends,
roll
not
the 8.
friends.
It's true. Montlar, what's your initiative bonus?
+2. It's terrible.
Oh, okay. So okay, got it.
Where does the initiative bonus come from?
It's your dex, just straight up your dex.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
But some class abilities can give you like advantage on it and stuff like that. So
Yeah, because
it's
normally I don't
separate.
want initiative high.
Ordinarily,
I'm the healer, so
ordinarily initiative is a considered a just a plain old ability check. It's just one used very commonly, so it's split out into its own little box.
yeah. If I have high initiative like this with a 20 with a Badath, I'm likely to pass.
Yeah.
Honestly, as the healer.
Question is Keen away? Elvis.
Elvis.
Well, while he's taking a break, maybe we should take a quick break before we get into battle. Like a little 5 minute.
Oh, well, I'm back. Okay, well, I can do that too.
Yeah, we can take 5 minutes. That's fine with me.
Sounds good.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Are we really going to fight some fiends?
Seems like it.
Seems like it.
Yes.
2 of them, too.
That we know about.
In very different locations. I don't even know how we're going to get up there.
You can climb. It is half speed, so it'd take you a turn and a half to get up there for most of you.
Okay. I think we figured it was, what, 30 feet?
About 20.
Okay.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay, I think we're still waiting.
No problem. How you doing, sir?
I'm okay. Close to repaired, I think.
Good. Glad to hear it.
Yeah.
So how long ago did you do all the island content here? Was that like back in the conception of things, or is it something you've been kind of developing a little more recently?
I've been actively developing everything, you know, as the game goes on. Certain parts have been developed before others, depending on where things have gone. Pieces and things moving around when you guys are doing something.
Yeah,
In the
you've
meantime?
mentioned a couple of times of having to create content based
Oh,
on
yeah.
decisions we made.
Well, occasionally you guys will go in a direction that requires me to invent something new. But often I'm able to be prepared.
Honestly, it makes me happy that you have to sometimes shift left because we went somewhere you didn't expect.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
It's the meme all DMs get. Spent 20 hours on major plot event that is going to span the next 3 sessions.
Yep.
And then
And players go YG.
yeah, and then players instead went to the tavern to look for work.
In my one shot that I did a couple months ago, I made a map in its entirety during a bathroom break because there was a chance we were going to need it within the next 5 minutes.
That's pretty funny.
They ended up not using it though.
Yeah,
But
but
if
it's
they
cool
had
that you had it.
if they had chased down the centipede fast enough, they would have needed to fight it in a field, which I didn't have a map for yet.
I think that's just really friggin' awesome that you do that, like, on a bathroom break. That's pretty cool.
It's the blessing and the curse of using actual maps instead of doing it all theater of the mind.
Yeah,
Yeah,
to
though-
be clear, It was a very, very simple map.
Totally. And I was gonna say, like, I was a Theater of the Mind DM for like most of my, 20s
Forever,
and
yeah.
teens. Yeah. But in defense of maps, they clarify things very easily for players who can't sort of like conceptualize the space very well.
What does theater of the mind mean in this context?
No map at all. You just
Yeah,
talk
no
the whole
props.
thing out.
Oh,
Like we used to play D&D in high school a
like
lot at
MUDs?
lunch.
Like
Well,
old school MUDs?
Yeah, sort of.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, except speaking instead of text. But yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
okay.
And
Alright.
maybe this is just a Dungeon and Dragons thing, but I can't do Theater of the Mind for anything that involves combat because it just devolves into me asking how far away everything is every single turn.
Right. Yep. I totally understand that.
I have to say that thing you just posted looks like a really, really bad, intentionally bad Flash game that's about like putting or golfing.
Nice.
The ball in the lower left is marked with all that shit, and then the angle in the right side and that little thing there is your ball that's in the grass that you're aiming at the hole.
That's funny.
Golf game with the worst UI.
Yeah, Fantasy Grounds doesn't have it has a built-in grid, unlike Roll20. Roll20 has a built-in grid, but it merges with the map grid a little bit nicer. So,
So
all my
those
map-
hexes that you have are not part of Roll20, they're what you made?
the hex was a very interesting thing to make because I had to figure out how big to make the hexes in Roll20 to line up with the map that I was making using
That makes
certain
sense.
tiles that I had obtained. So I had to do a little bit of math there to line it all up and do some very careful pixel by pixel movements when I had the whole big map ported
Wow.
into there. I'm never doing a hex map of that size again because it's very laggy. Although maybe Fantasy Grounds would be better at it, but I also don't know how to do hex tile overlays in Fantasy Grounds without literally making like 1,000 fucking layers, one for each token. I'll have to
No,
look
I
into that
think
if I ever do anything
Fantasy
similar.
Grounds has better tools for occluding areas. And so you can just have the areas shaded off and just put, I guess, lights down or something representing places.
Yeah,
within.
that's kind of how it was seeming like I was gonna have to do it.
Right.
If I did
You
do
do
something
line
similar.
of sight. Like, you
Yeah.
basically outline the map in line of sight, and then you only need to draw what can be seen.
Yeah, that could be pretty tough for like a nation-sized hex map.
Right. Yeah, I was thinking that too. I was like, actually, I'm pretty sure you're still stuck with the thousands of layers. Best you could do is like throw them in folders so they're regionalized or something.
Well, no,
But-
I was just saying that you have it all as one single flat map, and then you just only reveal the areas as the players get to. So it's basically
like by just literally lifting the mask, you mean? Yeah, that's
Yeah.
actually
yeah.
you're totally right. That's
Yeah.
absolutely the better way to go and significantly easier.
Yeah, but more likely I'll just do well, I don't even have a unknown map campaign planned for another 2 decades, so I shouldn't have to worry about it for some time. So the way we're going to adjudicate this initiative right now is the fiends are surprised and you are not as a team. So they will be able to react after their turn is done. But won't be able to take any actions on their first turn. So, Owl.
Stays...
Are we all here?
Yeah. Yeah?
Okay.
I think so.
Verde?
I'm here just snuggling with my cat.
Oh, cutie. All right.
Evergreen's back.
I think Badath is just going to use the wait action for right now. If something comes close. Or I guess when the action starts, to move high overhead.
Okay. Then Naya, you have a turn. So again, mechanically, surprise means that you have taken these creatures by surprise and you effectively have a free turn.
I am a long way from anything, so I'm going to pass.
Okay. Just gonna pass, no casting yet.
Nothing yet.
Okay. Nimbus then.
Ooh. I'm gonna try something 30. I'm gonna cast a level 4 Dragon's Breath on the death.
Okay. Does it have a vocal component? Just click the spell.
It does, so I'm gonna hold my reaction to cast that on Badath as soon as we make the first sound.
Okay, sure. Yeah, you can do that. So you're just concentrating on it at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Ember Green.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. Huh. Well, they don't know we're here yet.
Badath is flying up in the air, right?
Is going to as soon as the first sound occurs.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, that'll be when I cast, basically on my turn.
Yeah.
Well, or unless I do right now.
Right, fair enough. Yeah. I was more pointing out that this turn they're gonna hear us one way or another. So.
My speed is 25. Was that there?
Yeah, that's 25.
Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna creep up there. Well, I'm not even creeping. I'm going my regular speed. And so I don't know if I don't think I want to actually try to dispel this yet. I think I'll do that later.
Don't dispel the portal.
Well, I think didn't Lauren already suggest that it was something that we'd want to do?
Yeah, later. I do want to stick my canary inside of there to see if we can go in.
Wow.
Party.
The whole
Evergreen, you can try.
canary on my belt is for seeing if the environment we are in is habitable for us. I don't feel like this is going out of its job duty.
Fair enough.
All right, I think I'm just gonna blast that dude then.
All right, we're starting out with a blast.
Right on.
You won't have advantage or anything, because you're not hidden. But obviously, he can't take actions on his turn. Oh,
Holy
gosh.
crap, dude!
How about that?
How about that?
Holy
That
shit.
was a guiding bolt.
Okay.
Level 3 guiding bolt.
Okay, nice.
Damn.
Okay, nice. Yeah, just making sure there's no additional stats here, but that definitely hit. So
It's a crit.
These
it
are
sure is. What is that? 37?
Wow.
Nice.
All right.
That was just a ear blistering flute riff.
Yeah. So you watched this Okay, essentially, what we're gonna say happened is you must have waited for the optimal moment when it was enjoying its second snack of the day. And it was holding the orb, uh, the white orb over its mouth, leaning up. If it wasn't so hyper focused on the snack, you think it might have seen you. And
Sure.
after the pointer finger and the thumb are released, but before the orb enters the maw, the bolt connects with the face, and you could swear you hear like a and the ape twists and stumbles, and the snack splats onto the ground, completely wasted and completely soiled.
Splat.
And there's no time for anything else to happen until somebody else's turn happens. So, unless you're going to use a bonus action after that one.
No, I'm good.
Okay. Albus Taver, you believe you have lost the element of surprise, except for you specifically.
I don't know if he saw him exactly, right?
Yeah, no, everybody except you has lost the element of
So
surprise.
him doing that would have triggered me sending Badath up with a lightning version of Dragon's Breath. Well, wait. Let me look at the Dragon's Breath element.
Okay.
It is
And yes, that is correct. That would have happened.
acid, cold, fire, lightning, or poison. Oh, no. I think we'd use acid.
Oh, okay.
So Badath would probably end up about here, but that would also be about 40 feet above, or maybe about here, about 40 feet above the ledge here, not close by. 60 feet up in total.
Okay, so directly up right over there.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was your reaction. So it's fully Albus's turn now.
Yes.
What would the rogue like to do?
Sorry, thinking for a second.
Sure.
I am going to prepare a rope and wait until one of those guys comes into jumping distance.
Very well. Okay.
And then
Below you?
yeah. Once they do, Alvis Taver's intent is to get a rope around one of their necks and use Alvis Taver's body weight as a counterweight.
Yeah.
Choke
the scenario. Okay, so you can ready this activity, and of course you can take that even if it doesn't happen before your next turn, whenever it's available.
Sweet. I don't need like a tiniest roll or something.
I'm gonna make you roll for it, but we'll get there.
All right, I get you.
So monkey number 1 is the one on the hill. Is still surprised. Monkey number 2 is technically speaking still surprised and can't do anything.
Definitely shocked.
Yeah. But it catches itself with one massive arm and turns to look at where this strange attack came from, and when it sees you, it there is a tickling in all of your skulls, and it says, "Humans, finally!"
Finally.
That's about all I
That's
have
not
time
good.
for.
I can hear its intent in my brain. I'm
And
not
then
Who speaks Fiendish here?
oh no, it's in your brain, so you can all understand it.
Okay.
I speak Undercommon. Many people like to say that Undercommon is just a branching dialect.
But I will say, while that information enters your brains, the ape itself, its mouth does make a screeching, gnashing noise that is not pleasant to listen to.
Neat. It's like Hayao Miyazaki animals, except even worse.
But it is Montlaren's turn because that monster was surprised, so he only got to talk.
All right. And I'm going to cast Aid. And I'm going to cast that on Amber Green, Naya, and Nimbus.
Awesome.
Okay. So just so you all know, the way you increase your hit point maximum is below the hit points box, the heart. There's a your maximum hit points, and it has a minus, and then it should say 0 next to that. What you do is you change that to a -5, so it becomes your hit points plus 5.
Huh. I should probably change that to 0, right?
What is it currently?
10?
Oh, wait, yours is -10 right now?
Yeah, right now I'm 45 over 10.
Hang on, let me look at your sheet.
I am also -3 right now.
What the fuck are you guys doing?
I don't know.
Yeah, fix your shit.
So says the DM. Fix your shit.
Yeah, no, you're not supposed to have HP penalties at
10
the moment.
extra.
At least I can't remember anything that would be giving you an HP penalty. So I don't think those are relevant anymore from whenever they happened.
How do I add my XP back? Like, do I do it in the plus there? +0?
All right.
Make that +10?
So Montlaren is giving you plus 5. So because the default on that number is a subtraction, you do -5, and that will give you that will give you a positive 5.
Not
It
in the
is
plus
not
bubble,
working.
Not in the plus bubble. It's not working, Naya?
So I have
Look
2
at your
bubbles
sheet.
in addition to the heart. I have a +0, and then
Yeah, that
in the
stays at
lower
0.
bubble
That's
I
your
have
temp HP.
36 -5,
Yes.
and it does nothing.
No, it's not supposed to do anything unless there's automatic stuff happening.
Oh, okay.
You can manually increase your health to 41 though, your current HP in the heart.
Got it.
That
All right.
Yeah, that -5 in Roll20 is more there for your benefit.
Okay. Got it.
And I don't have any bonus actions, so that's my turn.
Okay. Oh, cool. I see the little plus on everybody now. That's nice. I think that's
yeah,
just
that
because
is
you're
nice.
overfilled.
That's fun. I like that.
Yeah.
That's fun UI.
Okay, so again, that affects your maximum HP for 8 hours. So, that is how long you have that extra HP and can heal up to that. It's not like temp HP where it goes away once it's exhausted.
Damn, only 8 hours?
Yeah.
It's
Really good in standard Wizards of the Coast campaigns where everything takes place between every single thing happens between long rests, and it's like barely anything between any two long rests.
Yeah, like I was kind of like 8 hours is a long time.
Where every single day of in-game time is a long rest. It really can be. Anyway, that's your action, Montlarin. Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Okay. Badath is up.
All right. So Badath is going to move. Let's see. It's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Let me double check the range. I believe it's 15 feet. I'll just put it in chat here.
Yes.
That's weird. It doesn't acknowledge trying to up value it to a level 4 spell.
There's probably a setting somewhere for it. Or you probably just don't have the
There we
data
go.
filled in for upcasting. Okay. Concentration. Oh, let me put a concentration thing on you. Mont, were you concentrating on anything? No.
Nope. Yeah, it's not concentration.
15-foot cone. This is a 5d6 dexterity saving throw. Okay, we're gonna make a dexterity saving throw then. Yes?
Yeah.
Yes, okay. Make sure, does it have any bonuses to dexterity saves? Nope. It just has a pretty sweet dex save. Nice.
Alright, so it only takes 9 damage.
Yep.
And then back up into the air out of reach. 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. That's turn.
Okay, now you're up.
So it appears we're all heading up, right?
I don't know about that. I can't climb, so I'm certainly not doing that.
Well, I'm in as bad a shape as you in terms of climbing. It's awkward. We're over encumbered. Or at least encumbered.
Yeah, I'm hoping more to bring him to us. You know what I mean? I also don't want to go wading through those vines, so...
They're gross, I gotta tell you. Okay.
I kind of want to grow some.
So, I think I will hang with Montlarin, and I'm gonna pass again, but can I reserve something?
You can ready an action or ready a spell if you want. Readying a spell means you have to concentrate on it till it triggers, and you could potentially drop it if you get hit. What is the activity that you'd like to do?
It's not worth it. I can just go ahead and cast it. No big deal.
Yeah,
On
you,
my
you
turn.
don't have surprise anymore, so it is.
I don't.
It is your turn.
So the hell with it. I'm gonna pass. I'm just gonna hang with Montlarin and let the others do their thing.
Okay. Then it is the wizard's turn.
All right. I think I'm going to do the safe cast. Mage arm.
Okay.
With
Mage armor
that,
is ready.
I'm 1, 3, 4. Montlarin moves how many spaces?
4. Oh, sorry, 5.
I think moving up here might not be a bad idea. Right.
Dude, we got our halfling boots of striding in our other campaign. It's been great.
That's awesome.
I think that's about all I've got going on here. We have non-magical bonus action.
Okay. Then you hear a shout again in the confines of your brain. Says humans, and there is a thump as a third ape lands right there.
I was afraid of that.
This one must have been upon the cliff even higher up, behind something somewhere that you couldn't see. But he does not have much of an action. Well, actually,
Wait, what? Where is he?
Up by the
Behind
portal.
Oh.
up there.
Okay. I did not see that one when I was scouting earlier.
Yeah, out of your spider senses.
I guess. I was right on the pillar. Never saw it.
What the fuck? Why isn't this spell in the compendium? Hang on.
Because you're clearly
God.
not meant to cast it on us.
That's so weird and annoying, and I don't understand. Okay, you see the ape land. And then when the ape lands, it disappears.
Oh,
Oh no.
Went through the portal?
No. It
poof.
hit both feet on the ground, and the instant the feet made contact with the ground, it ceased to be there.
Cast invisibility.
Oh, that's bad.
Or moved through the earth in some way that we have never seen before.
Or that looks a lot like Naturella. I'm sure I mispronounced her name.
Nasrallah, no, that was I got you.
Okay, that was that turn. So Amber Green, you're up. You saw that ape, and now you don't see it.
Yeah, I saw that happen. Can't see it either. Huh. Curious.
I'm really glad we have two holy caster players.
I think. Tricky.
Thinking is tricky. I agree.
I just what do I want to do to get ready for this? Okay, I think I'm going to cast Mirror Image.
Yeah, that's a good spell.
Yeah, so I will do that, and ready my Warhammer, and that is all I can do.
Okay, I'm gonna mark you with the icon there so that I know you are mirror imaged. So just let me know if they try to hit you, and then we'll do that. Albus Taver, your plan did not come to fruition yet.
No, not yet. I can't cast quietly, right?
No, that's mostly a sorcerer thing.
Okay, nope. I'm holding my action, staying super like I am one with this wall. And once some nasty ape comes around, I'm gonna be a boulder that falls upon it, and I happen to have a noose in my hand, and it's gonna do terrible things. It's gonna be spectacular.
Okay.
I am night. I am death.
Yeah, so the ape on top of the hill is going to leap down here and land amongst you all with its movement. Albus Taver?
I was gonna wonder, is that in my range?
I think so. Yeah, we're kind of fuzzing these spaces here, but there's definitely space.
Yep, then that's definitely that triggers. I'm super quiet too. I'm one with the wall. I'm just falling off, so I don't attract any attention to myself.
Okay.
Whoops, sorry.
No worries. Okay, so you are attempting to get on the back of the ape.
Yeah, fall on the back of the ape and then noose it.
Okay. So this is going to result in a grapple. Are you small?
I am.
Let me double check if that makes that impossible, actually, and I should have mentioned that.
I should get AC and then like the ability to just have just +2 AC. That's just Pathfinder rules though, so I might get it wrong.
Yeah, I have to look up the grappling. Here we go. The target must be no more than one size larger than you. Okay.
Okay.
But you are using a rope for this.
I was gonna
So I'm not going to disallow you from grappling entirely here. And I think we're going to adjudicate it as a grapple. But what will happen is, rather than you reducing the creature's speed to 0, you will instead be on the creature because
That's
you're two sizes smaller than it.
Yeah. No, that's fantastic. I can still do what I was thinking about doing too.
Yeah. Okay. So this will be a grapple. So I think you do need to make a strength athletics check.
It was
for that.
athletics or acrobats.
Acrobatics is to escape the grapple.
Oh.
But I will give you advantage on this roll because you were hidden. So it is basically an attack that you're taking. And then this roll will be contested. Is that number the same as that plus 0 the same as your athletics?
Yeah.
Okay, so you don't have any bonus to athletics.
No. I have a bonus to sleight of hand and acrobatics.
All right. Well, let's see if this one rolls under a 10.
Sad.
It could happen.
It could absolutely. It's half the time.
Oh gosh.
Oh, damn. That's not a 10.
Okay, Albus Tavern. Here's what happens. You hya off of the wall. You have the rope in hand. So this thing lands directly in front of you. It is in the middle of turning around when you land on its back. You have the rope halfway over its forehead already in the matter of a second, and you are grabbed by one hand. It is not. It doesn't even seem to be like. It was clearly going for all of your friends because it didn't know you were there. So it's still looking at them. It still has its full focus on your friends, but it grabs you by the head and just kind of flips and tosses you off its shoulder.
Okay.
You can keep your rope, and you'll be.
Can I not keep my rope and have it on his like?
Yeah, you could let go of the rope and have it like dangle over his neck a little bit.
Yeah, like a tie. It's a noose.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, okay.
Sweet.
So he's got a rope now. But you are on the ground. You're not prone or anything. But you just get tossed off like a fucking sack of potatoes.
All right. Not exactly the best, but I can still work with it.
So yes, you're now on the ground. You're no longer hidden, obviously. And you know what? It would have had to be here to do what it wanted to do. So you'd be over here. So it's time for.
Hold on.
Oh.
That would put him within 5 feet of me.
When
Oh,
he
actually,
landed.
I forgot. I forgot. I switched styles, so I actually don't. It doesn't work the way it used to anymore. Never mind.
Okay. So there are going to be 3 attacks as part of this multi-attack, and each one of them is going to be upon a different person. So the first one, I think we're going to do Montlarin, and then Nimbus, and then he's going to take the opportunity to also grab Albus as part of this. So Mont,
I did make myself a very juicy target by like flying at him.
Yeah, you know what? We'll flavor this attack against you. It'll be the one where it actually tore you off and slammed you into the ground.
Yeah, whether or not it was ineffectual or not.
If it hits, yeah. But Montlarin first. Boop.
That's a miss, yeah.
All right. You shield the bite. It whirls around with great agility. And Nimbus, this one's coming at you. I think that's a hit.
Ouch.
That's definitely a hit. Just take it.
All right. Go ahead and roll for concentration save.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta beat a 10.
Yeah. Okay. That's just a con?
Yeah, it's just a straight con. Okie dokie.
Oh, very good.
So he just hits me. It's like, Rug.
You take 14.
Yeah.
And this one's going to be the one for Alvistaver. Oh, I think that hits too.
24
Damn.
definitely hits.
Yeah, okay, so you get slammed into the ground pretty hard and you take some bludgeoning damage on the way down. Okay, Ambergreen, the one that you hit, is going to move. That's about as far as it can go. Gonna move, and I think there will be some spells involved.
Parlay? Can we perform parlay with the devils and demons?
That might be difficult. But yeah, here's what's gonna happen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ambergreen, you are getting in your mind, this ape shouts, hold still for a second, humans, and tell us where all your civilization is.
Oh.
Oh.
Don't tell him we live in that volcano.
That's good. I'm not a human.
It points, and then those rosy vines that are around it.
There literally isn't a human in the group.
The vines all spring to life and extend rapidly in your direction, Ambergray.
Fuck, I was afraid of that.
Yeah.
Make a strength saving throw.
Okay. That's just click strength, right?
That's click strength saving throw in the saving throw box.
Oh, I see it. I see it.
Okay. So that beats the spell save DC. Oh wait, no. Hang on. Oh yes. Okay, sorry. Not you can do that with your action on your turn, or you can do it when the spell happens. So,
I get to do the He-Man moment where the vines all wrap around me and you guys go, and then I go, yeah, and they all break off.
Yeah. They're surprisingly brittle. And you're able to stomp and crush them out of the way before they can fully entangle you, and you don't get restrained. But the ground around you for you is difficult terrain now.
Okay.
Curl
my lip and look at it and go, no effect.
All right, Mount Lauren.
Okay. Yeah.
Turn on dead, but for fiends, right? You got that.
Well, I do. I don't know that this is the right time for that, though.
Can you like rebuke them?
Yeah, deal damage to them terribly over and over.
That's not how it works. Yeah, and now is not yet the time. Well, which I guess informs what I'm going to do then. Oh fuck, they're all concentration. God damn it. Okay, well in that case, I think I'm gonna embiggen my hands and attack.
Going full Garnet.
Okay. Nice. So let's see those attack rolls, and you get the extra d4.
Yay!
Nice, that'll hit.
All right, let's throw a d4 in.
Let's just hope they're pushovers.
We know they're not. I did, 30 something damage to that one?
It was
Yeah,
27.
Oh, damn.
Oh, 13 won't hit.
That's too bad, but I did 11 points. That's something.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I hit that dude for 35 damage and he didn't die.
Yeah.
No, they're not dying with 35 damage anymore.
Yeah, and that's my turn. Actually, no, I take that back. I think I'm gonna move over there.
Okay, yeah, you can kind of just squeeze around it.
Yeah, sort of like circle around it. Yep.
Yeah, it's a do-si-do, right? It's not even really a move.
Right.
Well,
But that way you guys are all now within my aura of protection. Naya, you should try to stay out of its range. Because if you try to get close, you're really only going to be safe, like right within striking distance. At least as far as my aura goes.
Yeah, I was looking at it, maybe a dash between you and Ambergreen. There's an open spot there, but because I have to deal with range. So I don't know. I'm still fiddling.
yeah, okay. So we're back at the top. It's up to Badath.
Alright, Badath is going to come
What about
down at such an angle to only hit the thing with acid breath and not anybody else, and pull back up. So if we were at about 40 feet, then I just descended about 40 feet or 25 feet
Yeah, okay. That is going to be a
and then back up.
dex save.
Yeah, versus 5d.
Nice save. All right, roll that damage.
Well, at least it didn't save against something supremely powerful.
5.
Yep. Sometimes that spell cooks, and sometimes that spell stinks. But it's fine. It's more damage than Badath would normally do.
Right.
Yep. All right then, Naya.
What is the debuff on this one?
It's concentrating on a spell.
It is. Okay. So I'm gonna cast. Well, did it work? I have a lot of lag. Oh, there it is. I'm gonna go ahead and cast that spell on this mob.
Okay. Let's see. So, Earth erupts. Creature takes bludgeoning damage. That's a pretty low roll. That's a low fucking roll for that. I'm sorry.
No shit. I mean, it's a level 3 spell, and I still got shit.
Yeah. Okay. So dex save on that.
Still gotta throw me a 15. Shit.
Oh, all right. So that's another 5 over here.
Okay.
Then I'll have it concentrates, and that area is now difficult terrain, even more. So I'll just put it there, I guess. I'm guessing that's where you wanted the spell.
Yeah, that works.
All right. Well, it did 5 damage.
Yeah.
Nimbus, you're up.
All right. I'm going to move 1, 2, 3. I'm going to fire a lightning bolt that's going to hit both of these that are nearby. I can see, and hopefully the invisible too. And probably scorch a path through all of the eye stalks vine for the rest of the season.
Okay, got it. So we'll do the deck saves in the order that they would be hit. Remind me the DC.
It should
Don't think it
still
matters.
be,
They're kicking ass.
yeah, it should still be 15.
Okay. Go ahead and roll that damage.
Weird that it didn't already do it.
Yeah, it must not be programmed correctly on the sheet.
Fill that in there as yeah. That's 66, right?
8d6.
8. So 16 for both of them, and
Well,
whatever happens to those vines, they just got quite
Toasted.
seared.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a line of toast.
And then with that, move back here, and my turn.
All right. So from the north, you hear rapid stomping. Thump, 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 thump. It stops for a second, and then you hear a kaboom on the crag above you.
Oh,
All right, Amber Green, your turn.
All right. Yeah. Invisible guy up there. So I have a gambit, a thing I can do. I'm not sure if now is like the right time to do it. Dangerous terrain. What does that do for my move rate? Does it half it?
It does, yes.
Does that resolve to 15 or 10 if my speed is 25?
Probably 10.
Okay, can I go here? 5, 10?
Yeah, that's fine. And it wouldn't be difficult terrain in that direction, so you'd be able to move more if you wanted, if you were going that way.
All right, then I would go there. I was just wondering, can I squeak past
Oh, yeah, totally.
Mont Lauren? Actually, do I want to, though? I mean, I kind of like to get eyes on this guy so I can just do some cheap damage, swing a hammer. That said, yeah, I want this other dude to get closer before I do any of my trickery. And I still have mirror image running,
Right.
so I am hard to hit.
Yeah, you're quite sturdy right now.
All right, I think I am going to move here. Am I still within your range, Montlauren, or no?
yeah, just at the edge of it. But yeah, you're still in my aura.
Okay, cool. And in that case, then I'm going to move that, and then I'm going to Warhammer this dude. And miss.
Ooh, 10 is way too low.
I didn't have him selected. Am I supposed to have him selected first?
No, that's fantasy grounds.
All right. Well, that's that.
That's that. All right. Albus Taver, you're up.
All right. So this guy right in front of me, he's being a git. I want to cast Mage Hand and pull on his new collar with 10 pounds of force. Yeah.
That's not much.
It's not enough to choke him out with the rope.
This creature's neck is like a foot thick.
Block some arteries, maybe make him pass out in the next 5 or so minutes.
Guys, just survive combat for 200 rounds. He'll pass out any second now. As Elvis Taver, you might be able to do something with that rope, but you don't think just a mage hand is going to be able to actually choke this thing.
Okay, all right. And I didn't bring any of the interesting stuff. Okay, I think I'm just gonna attack it. It's super close, so I'm just gonna try to hit it with the rapier since that hits harder.
Sure, yeah.
I don't roll with advantage because I have a partner next to me, right?
No, you don't.
Okay, yep. I do get my sneak attack.
Yes, you do. Ooh, okay. That's a lot.
Nice.
That's quite a bit. 27. All right. Any plans for what you do after that? You think you hit something important though, because a spout of yellow spray is your reward.
I think I'm gonna maneuver myself right about there. Call myself good.
All right. You just hear the word "ow," and the beast seems to become less worried about you hitting it and more worried about hitting you. It will have advantage on all 3 of these attacks. But you'll have advantage on attack rolls on it after this. So
Oh, it's going berserk.
Albus, you're first.
I already have a repertoire of demons on the list. Fuck.
All right, that's 15 for you. But it's twirling again extremely quickly and with great agility. We're going to go for Montlarn and Nimbus again, because those are the 2 that have actually done anything. So those in order. Montlarn, here you go. I think
Oh,
at
that's too
19 he
bad.
gets him.
Yeah, that gets me.
All right, and Nimbus. Oh, I don't think a 12 does it.
No, a 12 definitely is way out.
Cool. All right, nice roll.
Catch an error.
Motherfucking Tanari. These are motherfucking Tanari. I'm sorry, I had to look it up.
You have bardic knowledge. It's actually like in my headcanon, bards get, bard players at least get a pass. You have bardic knowledge.
For knowing shit. Yeah. No, I was just I was like my brain was telling me, you know what kind of fiend this is. You know what kind of fiend this is. Look it up. And I was like, it's a fucking Tanari.
I don't know how everybody else feels here, but I think bards, or at least bard players, get the pass of, if they can look it up, it's okay.
Oh, often, yeah, it's the case.
I don't. Amber Green doesn't really know much about the Blood War or demons or devils, but I do. That was one of my favorite pieces of the lore. So,
this one, the most eloquent of the trio so far, says, "There's nobody on this whole island!" before attempting to smash your heads together.
That's just mean.
It's also going to use a reckless maneuver. So Montlarin first, then Nimbus. Then we're going to do the third one back to Montlarin. 22.
Yep, that'll hit.
9 to Nimbus. Okay.
Oh, whoops! I didn't mean to click that. Sorry.
And a
I think Montlarin is just so stolid and large, broad at the shoulder.
back to Montlarin. That's another 11.
God
It's
damn.
because I got those obnoxious big hands right now. So
That's right. Exactly. You should be able to catch his blows, right? Catch the fist in the middle of your palm and close your palm around it.
right.
They are big hands.
Such big hands.
That is the turn though. So background to Mont.
Okay. Now I do actually think it's time.
I agree. It's time for me to do my trick
Okay.
also.
Wisdom saving throw. Turned. Must run away from you. Cool. Alright, so within 30 feet. Oh, nice. Hear you. It's here, not even see.
Yeah, what's your holy symbol?
Oh, it's a symbol of the Green Man. It's the Order of the Knights that I was a part of, I guess.
Sure, so you just hold it aloft.
What's your spell save, DC?
14.
Okay. We're gonna do bottom to top here. Don't have advantage.
As this motherfucker tries to
Damn.
oh
Bottom
shit.
saves. Good.
Yeah,
he doesn't
he
have to
saved.
run off the map. I like that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do we get a
What?
attack?
Damn.
Wow.
Wow!
Oh
What the
wow.
Holy
fuck,
shit!
man?
I call hacks.
We're gaming. Oh, there's some dice.
Hacks.
Demons.
They clearly ain't listed.
Green
We've
Man
just,
never
been
heard of them.
spoiled, we've just been
Dice.
spoiled over the years with Serb's crappy rolls.
Yeah.
It's true.
Fact.
All right. Badath, unless Montlarin has anything else he wants to do.
Yeah, I do actually. Hold on just a second.
Okay, sure.
I need to figure out if it's a bonus action, because actually I may not be able to do what I want to do. What is instantaneous? Oh, that's duration. Wow, this doesn't say whether it's an action or a bonus action.
What is it?
Prayer of Healing.
Probably should, but
I bet you it's an
Only is-
action, though, given what it does.
Prayer of Healing is a casting time of 10 minutes.
Oh, yep, there it is. Cool. All right, yep, never mind then. I am good.
Okie dokie. Hey, you want to cast a 10-minute spell in battle?
Yeah, right.
Okay, it is Badath's turn.
It's like that scene in Willow.
Oh, right. So what Badath is going to do? These creatures are how tall?
They are large, so 10 by 10.
Okay, so Badath is going to fly down over to here at just the right height to hit them both with the cone, but not shower it down on Montlarin and Nimbus below.
Okay.
So
Sneaky.
Yeah.
That is how the y-axis works.
Gonna roll 5d6. Damn, I keep coming up with 1.
Okay, let's make
It's
these
a
dice
DC
big.
15 save throw.
Easy.
So they both take 7. And then the Dath is going to kind of fly back away this direction, knowing that the one from up top would otherwise maybe be able to catch.
Okay. Cool. Naya, you're up.
Naya?
Yeah, I'm just looking. Have we determined at all if there's an elemental composition to these fiends?
There doesn't seem to be.
All right, so I'm just gonna try something a little different. It's a bit of an experiment, but we'll try it. And they don't hit. Shit. That was nice damage.
Yeah.
So we still don't know if they're immune to fire.
Yeah, but that that is too low to hit. You would have advantage though, as a reminder on both of these. So roll it again.
Oh, okay.
Nice. Okay, so a 16 hits one of them. Which one were you aiming at?
The one furthest away, so that one.
Okay. It does put up an arm to block, and it does scorch the fur. So it seems to have done some damage.
Okay, so they're not immune to fire. And sir, which one did it take damage from, the first or the second?
The first one. Yeah, because you would have had advantage, so we just took the first damage.
Why do I have advantage, please?
Because of the fact that it gave itself advantage on its previous turn.
Okay.
With its reckless maneuvers.
Yeah, it's a type of attack.
Okay.
Yeah, dude. It's
It makes me believe they have
Bongo does it all the time.
either it's just an ability they have, or they have player levels.
Or they're
Okay.
berserkers. Because that's also how berserk attacks work.
Anyway, Naya, any other plans?
For now, no. That'll probably get some attention, though.
Okay.
I'm always wary of creatures that can use player-like abilities.
Nimbus.
I'm.
You're technically extraplanar, right? Avatar?
I've got a bit of that. Doesn't mean I know anything about fiends.
You guys can't talk about extraplanar stuff. Say like, God, these Jumbos. Something like that. No. These material plane peoples.
I think. Gonna do it in such a way that I don't get attack up problem. Different. I'm going to scatter basically where I'm standing, and because it's evocation, skills get hit by the enemy.
Okay. Saves.
And I'm going to say to them, we're the survivors of an apocalypse. There's no other life. We're about it.
All right. I rolled that last one by mistake. They do not have much chance to react to whatever you just told them, because they're blasted, and as the blast connects with them, they basically immediately convert into piles of ichor that
Wow.
Wow, I was
splash
right.
across the ground. Alvis Taver, you're covered.
What did you just do?
Yeah, who did that?
Yeah, that was Nimbus that just
Doing the shatter?
did shatter, yeah.
Yeah.
3d8 thunder damage. Hot
they took the
damn.
damage.
It only did 11 though.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, they were pretty
They're-
smacked to begin with.
Yeah,
they were both pretty low.
Okay.
So
There's
that
one more
was-
though.
that was the last straw, and they got demon poofed.
There's still one more.
Right, I was gonna say, by my count, there's another.
Yeah, so Nimbus, I think your turn's over, right?
I might repeat it again. That were the last ones. There's been an apocalypse. Nobody else lives here.
It's the land of the lost.
The land of the lost?
So what's gonna happen here is
How did we not get hit by that shatter? How does it, like, no friendly fire?
No.
Evocation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a spellbender.
Gotcha, okay.
So what's going to happen here is you are going to make Nimbus and Montlarin are going to make a dexterity saving throw with disadvantage.
Okay.
Hold up.
Yes.
Protect.
Okay, Nimbus gets a +3.
Yeah, we both do, right?
Oh, yeah, you both do.
And then you said disadvantage dex?
Disadvantage dexterity saving throw, yeah.
What did I end up rolling for those? A 14 and a 20. Plus 4, and then plus the original 3. It's actually a 21.
21 and 10.
Nimbus, you take half. Montlarin, you take full when the invisible ape lands on top of you.
Oh god, it's a death from above.
It's a DBA!
How much? At least it's not that bad.
9.
9, yeah. 9's tolerable.
Nimbus, you take 4.
Oh, right.
And you will need to make a concentration save.
Yeah. I'm not at a disadvantage.
Oh yeah, good call.
Oh.
Whoops.
There it goes.
Oh well. Probably too close proximity to use it here anyway.
So, Nimbus, you are pushed out of the way. Montlarin, you are knocked prone. This creature is still invisible because that was not an attack.
So I shout, "It's over here!"
Right. Like I saw them get smooshed to the ground by.
Oh yeah, no, don't worry.
force.
You know where it is, Montlarin. You know where the monkey is. His foot is on your chest.
Right.
But it is invisible, so it has advantage on the first punch against Nimbus. After which it becomes visible immediately.
Okay.
Okay, damn it. Never mind. I was gonna say.
I'm like, there's ways we can make this thing show up.
Yeah, I was like, can't you cast Fairy Fire or something?
See,
And
Yeah,
20?
don't worry, it's not
You're not a bard.
20.
I
I'm a
think
bard.
I'm going to use a reaction to
Cast
cast
Fairy Fire.
shield, which
Okay,
puts
shield
me
it is.
up to 23, I believe.
I don't know that song.
Uh-huh. Every bard I know knows that song.
Yeah, I play flute.
22 actually.
Shield
You
it
can
is.
tell me that's the no true
So I've
bard.
got 22 AC for the rest of the turn. So what else?
Then a punch with advantage on the prone Montlarin, because it's in melee range.
Oh, not the face.
Not the face, not the face.
That is the face.
Ow.
Oh, you bastard.
Do me a favor and make a God, it's been so long since somebody's gone down, I don't remember the fucking rule for this. Hang on.
The wounding roll.
Injury time. Okay. Con save, please. Yeah. You'd still be conscious at the moment it happens, so you get your +3.
Okay,
Oh,
y'all check me on this, but I'm pretty sure that like old school. I can't. I don't want to cast it.
Okay. Hang on. I would like to ask your opinions. Do you want to switch to the other lasting injuries rule set I've invented?
If
Does
if
everybody
you
agree?
consider it an update, I agree.
It is a major upgrade.
I mean, might as well, man.
I trust my dungeon masters.
Okay. Here's how the new one works. We're officially switching over to it. I'll update the OneNote later.
Okay.
That was 1 extra damage past your hit points. So you set a DC equal to the overflow damage. In this case, the DC is 1. Roll 1d100 twice.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay. If you had rolled a 1, you would have taken an injury. If you had rolled 2 1s, you would have taken a big injury. Like, you would have lost an eye.
Right. Again.
Arm.
Yeah.
For now, there are no injuries. This system makes it way less based on Constitution, and also makes it still threatening to higher level characters. Anyway,
Yeah, I like that.
It's also simple.
Montlaren's down. The only one still in range is Nimbus. So Chomp. Did we do a Chomp yet? No, we didn't. Chomp. It shouldn't have advantage. Use the first one, which is the 17, so 24. So that's gonna hit.
Okay.
So you take 8 more damage.
Oh no.
And that was the turn.
You're a beefy wizard.
Yeah, I
Amber
am.
Green.
That's what happens when you've got 20 con.
Nice, yeah.
Yeah.
If you're gonna heal the guy on the ground, don't use something chicken shit, otherwise he'll have to roll when he gets hit again.
Fucking you guys. I'm supposed to be helping you guys kill.
Kill! Kill!
Well, I mean, I do get 3 chances, before I actually die, so you got time to shock the monkey.
I can spare the dying, no problem. In fact,
unless you take 2
Shit!
critical hits. Then
God damn it! God damn it! No, I can't even spare the dying because that's a whole fucking action, and I need to attack the thing that's next to you. Y'all.
Kill!
Here, I'm gonna use command. I'm gonna use command to command you to stay alive. Survive!
That
Automatically
work.
succeeds rolls.
That's still in action, though. Goddamn.
Compelled to succeed death rolls.
Yeah, I know what I'm gonna do. Is it my turn yet?
Yeah.
In your turn, good moment.
All right. Bro's totally visible and actually probably heavily occupied in punching Nimbus in the face. Am I correct?
Yeah. It's super there. Its foot is also on Montlaren's chest.
I will stride here, and then I will do this.
I'm ready.
Did you hit the button? I got nothing.
Don't worry, Roll20's just thinking about it.
Right, okay. After all this, it better
Is
be a damn good one.
Right.
Fuck.
Fuck!
Ooh, nice. Too
Fuck.
bad it's a 9.
Fuck.
It's a 9! Look at that damage, though. Fuck!
Okay, did I miss him?
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah, you did.
God damn it!
Is it? Would it be an advantage?
Right, no, because it's a touch, right? So I just had to reach out and touch him. But a roll of a 9 maybe means I slipped or he dodged out of the way or something.
Yeah,
They are very live.
There wasn't full contact, and he just was that supposed to hurt?
Why don't you touch me?
Okay.
It's kind of weird.
Oh, dude, I have. Hey, if he reaches out and touches me, then all of a sudden I think I automatically can do an inflict wounds, right? That's a touch.
I think he interpreted that as he's going to punch you next.
I know, but as long as he has fleshy contact with me, I can burn a spell slot and cast that spell. Yeah.
No, it takes an action. You have to do it on your turn.
Yeah, you got to make the attack roll.
All right. In that case, if he tries to punch me, which I fully expect at this point, I'm going to attempt to grapple.
I don't think
you spent
can
your
as a
action on
reaction,
this
right?
turn.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
So you'd have to ready it for a reaction.
You know what though? I'm still mirror image, so yeah, okay. There's 3 of me. Yeah, which one of them? Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, fuck. Reach out and touch someone, bitch.
Yeah. Play shell game.
Let's play shell game wherein if I actually touch you, I do all of the damage.
Right. The most dangerous shell game.
Electric
That's the
eel.
only game
Electric
in town.
eel shell game. But what's in the box? Pain is in the box.
It's the only game.
Your rogue is good to go.
Am I? Am I though?
I hope so. I mean, you are covered in sticky yellow ichor. There's like stringy bits in the middle of it.
Oh,
It
gross.
is, fully draped upon you. The smell will probably take a week to get out. Just of your body. Never mind the clothes.
Okay. I step up to this guy. I'm going to.
You can't prestidigitate your body.
No,
You are not an object.
I wish I could. I mean, I aren't I though? I mean, Elvis Tower is a huge tool. Like contracted, he's literally owned. So
Sorry,
Yeah.
honey.
Yeah.
He's not that huge.
All right, so that's a bonus action. I can do that after I'm done hitting this guy, or not, depending on what I roll.
Nice.
Hey,
That's a hit.
It
that's
is
a
a
big
hit.
one.
It is a hit.
22. There you go.
All right, and then I'm going to use this guy right here.
Very cool.
Which gives me the ability to do this, which sucks. Thanks for the 5 points.
Hey, you got 5 points though.
I don't know why I clicked it twice. I tried to take the 0.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, that's +5, puts me at 21. I could get hit at least one more time. And then I'm gonna roll piss, but I'm gonna hit him again.
Yes, you are. Okay. You won't get
Nice.
sneak attack a second time. That's once per turn. So it's just gonna do a nice 6.
Yep.
Cool. Okay. Great. Monty death save.
Cool.
Sad noise. All right. Just so everybody knows, if he rolls a 1, he dies. Also, if he takes damage, he dies.
After all this?
Yeah.
Yeah. Badath is up. Does not have dragon breath anymore.
Correct. And so we'll just kind of stay out of range. In fact, Badath is probably going to perch up here and kind of be a lookout to see if any more come.
Okay. Got it. Naya, you're up.
Somebody grapple this dude so that I don't have to worry about him for one turn.
Heal Montlarin.
Yeah.
Right?
Right. So, heal Montlarin, 13 points.
Nice.
Nice. Okay, Montlarin, you are still prone, but you have 13 health.
And you're stable, right?
He's awake, in fact.
Bitchin'.
Okay. Any movement or action, Naya? You can only cast a cantrip as an action. Or
Right. Do I get another action? I didn't think I did.
Well, yeah, healing word's just a bonus action, so you still have your full action. You just can't cast a big spell with it.
So I could do a cantrip? I'm okay with that.
Yep.
Alright, so
Holy
with
shit, I did
guidance-
not realize Healing Word was a bonus action and not a full action. I would have done it last turn.
I don't think I did either. So guidance. It says you touch one willing creature once before the spell ends. The target can roll a d4 and the number rolled to one ability check. So if Montlarin does Montlarin have to re-roll for a death saving throw, or is he okay?
No, he's good.
Is he
now.
stable
I'm-
now?
I'm
He's
good
good now.
until I get hit again.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, shit.
Alright.
I hadn't realized that Healing Word was a bonus action, or I would have cast it last turn.
In that case, fuck that.
Nice. That looks like. Did that hit? 15?
15 hits, maybe.
Yes, it does.
Range is self, though.
That's fine. She can throw it afterwards.
Okay.
So that's,
Oh, okay.
that's the whole.
Yeah, I
effect,
don't have a lot of range for a throw, but
Well, it's not that
Yeah.
far.
You're
Yeah,
within
30
range
feet.
5,
there.
10, 15, 20. Okay.
Okay, cool. Damage. All right, Nimbus again.
All right. You up. I think I'm gonna move here and Thunder Wave level 2 it to try to bash it into the wall.
Pika.
All right, let's see it. $15. 22. So that's just half damage, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okie dokie. 5 it is.
Yep, that just kind of tickled.
Just a little bit.
Yep.
Again,
Okay. That's it for me.
Hey, it
then.
all adds up.
a tank. And this tank is going to recklessly attack Ambergreen, because you asked him to.
Oh, yeah. I'm taunting that motherfucker.
So remind me how this works again.
Okay. Hold on one moment. I wonder. Can I click it? Will it show up? There you go. There you go.
All right. So each time a creature targets you with an attack, roll a d20. You roll the d20.
I do. And if I beat a 6, then I'm like, yeah, no, wrong. And
Okay.
then if it hits the other thing, then the other thing is destroyed because it's either the duplicate's AC is 10 plus my dex mod.
So what is that AC?
I'm looking it up. My dex mod is 0, so it's just 10.
Okay, just 10. All right, so we're gonna try the first one. So roll that d20.
Okay. That's a 19.
Okay, illusion number 1 goes poof. It chomps the illusion, and the illusion disappears.
Oh, wrong choice.
The fist is coming up after the chomp.
Gong.
So now you have to roll an 8 or higher.
Exactly.
Oh,
Whoa!
you got it, but oof.
Okay, now both of the fists are coming down together, and you have to roll an 11 or higher.
Correct, and this is my last duplicate anyway.
Does a 15,
hit?
15 would hit the duplicate.
It would hit a dupe. It wouldn't hit. Oh, it would hit me.
It would hit
hit me.
Ambergreen too.
Yeah, it would hit me too. I'll play by the rules.
Oh yes!
I tricked her out of the way.
Your spell is over now. But you have defeated the enemy with it.
What ho!
And it's your turn.
Yeah, I know. Is there any way? I was gonna say, is there any way I could take advantage of the fact that this guy is like moronically punching all my duplicates to just reach out and touch him?
In this very particular case, I will give you advantage on the attack roll for inflict wounds.
Okay, cool.
Because you have your illusions, because he's very big, because he is.
This was my plan all along.
I'm sorry. You have advantage already because he recklessly attacked. I don't need to bullshit it.
Ah, bitchin', cool. Well, yeah, this was my plan all along, was to get him to attack my, fucking sexy jutsus.
Yeah.
So I could do this at this level and not waste it. So cross your fingers, everybody. It's thinking about it.
Here it comes.
God, right?
It's like there's a lot of dice.
Oof.
That's weak damage for a level fucking 4 inflict wounds, man.
It is.
28 damage.
Kind
Sure,
of a weak hit too, but it works.
The top half is 40.
All we really care about.
Yeah. Okay. Wait, hang on.
Did that roll with advantage? I think I had advantage clicked.
It rolled with advantage. I think your damage is set up wrong.
Wouldn't that be fun?
No, it's not. No, it's correct. Never mind.
Yeah,
I was reading the spell wrong.
Oh, darn.
Okay, yeah, it's 1d10 per level above first.
Okay.
So in that case, you know what? No, in that case, that was about the max it could have gotten, because 1d10 over first, I did level 4. That's 3d10, right? 30.
So,
that's not how I read that.
No, that's not right.
It is correct. Yeah, it's 6d10, casting it at level 4.
Yeah, the damage calc is right. Just what I heard on my headphones wasn't.
Oh, I see. I understand. My math was broken.
Yeah, you slip under it as the last illusion disappears, and you touch, and it just says, "Damn it!" And you and Montlarin are covered in yellow goo.
Awesome.
All right, well, cool. Do I have a bonus action still?
Yeah, you would.
Good. I look down at Mount Lauren, and I do this.
Nice.
That's for
Wow.
everybody
That's
within.
say.
That's everybody within what?
That's everybody.
Yeah, that's everybody.
Thank you. But I don't think I took any damage, but thank you.
For sure. Just making sure everyone is taken care of.
It helped.
Malarn, it definitely got in your mouth.
I'm a vegetarian, you bastards.
There are now there are now boiling puddles all around you. There's just a swamp actually in like the radius.
Yeah, just that muddy sea goop.
Yeah.
So the eye stalks that got cooked through with the lightning, does it look like they're not alert and aware anymore, or does it look like they got singed and they're just fine?
I want you to imagine a dark popcorn.
Nice.
Okay. Like the entire things just got zapped?
The stuff in the line that made contact has turned crusty and explosive. Not like dangerous, but like as in what happened to them.
Yeah, blown out.
Yeah.
Alvis Taver collects a sample of the yellow stuff, and then
yeah, just scoop it off your face.
Oh yeah, if this is an acid, we definitely need as much of it as we can.
Yep, and then quickly runs up to one of the vine stalks and looks for a good, let's call it joint, to cut off a good sampling of all the various different growth styles or growths that come off of this vine.
When you actually cut one of these, there is a squeak from the vine, and you actually watch it shrivel up in your hand.
Yeah.
Oh.
It was gross then, and it's still gross.
Well, I go, oh, that sounds like it hurt, and I put it in my bag.
I can't dispel magic. I used my last 3rd level spell.
Oh
right.
no!
And then I have another plan, but Montlarin, do you have like a stick or something?
I mean, I have my longsword.
You value that.
I do. I do have a delicate javelin filled with paralytic poison.
Could I hang my bird cage off the other end of your paralytic javelin and poke it through that hole?
Ah, yeah, that's a good idea.
All right. So I look at my little bird, little Jasper, and I whisper it a prayer of good luck.
All right.
It's always done its job well. You know, we haven't been poisoned by any gases, but you know, I like him. He's cute. Yeah. He's technically the second canary that I've had on this job. And using his javelin, I'm gonna poke it through the gate. Maybe wait like 5 seconds, bring it back in, see if it's survivable.
There's a sort of acrid stench lingering.
Oh, Jesse.
But your bird is completely fine.
Oh, good.
Holy crap! I didn't realize I could do this.
Huh.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Trickster's pretty cool.
Right? Yeah, I was like, wait a minute. I have these other. Oh, yeah. I can also do this.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Yeah, so Alvis, the insides of this membrane don't appear to be immediately harmful.
All right. Putting the canary at my waist, I want to investigate the immediate surrounding area of the portal before without explaining to Montlarin, in his quick, gnomish kind of manic way, tying himself to Montlarin, and yeah.
I'll lay on hands on you for 15 points.
So that's going to heal me up almost to full. Thank you.
Good pat on the back.
And what I'm looking for, to be specific, is not just how often this portal seems to be used. Like, is this a regular walkway for more than 3 gorillas worth of footprints? If the vines seem to actually be permeating the membrane or not. And just like other interesting things about the immediate portal itself. Things that would, come out to you if you were an investigator just looking at this place.
Give me some Arcana.
Okay, I can do that too.
Nice. So, by all accounts, it's a portal. It's hard to say when it might have showed up here or how long it's been here. But it is situated in the dead center as a plane, like I said earlier, of these sandstone pillars, and just from the cursory investigation, you can tell that those creatures came out of it probably recently. They can't have been walking around here for more than a few days. You can tell based on how the gravel has shifted around these vines that you think these vines have been growing out of the portal progressively. It's hard to tell how quickly they might have grown, though. You have no idea what this thing is.
Yeah, we saw them move pretty quickly, though.
You saw them move, yeah. When one of the monkeys told them to, right?
Right.
But they're not moving now, aside from the eyes wiggling around.
All right. Securing the knot to myself and Montlarin.
But they were eating them. They were also eating, sucking the eyeballs out. And it's like, okay, does that mean I want to, well, we saw this. So, do I want to crush these vines out? Go smash the eyes with my warhammer? Do we want to, spray raid on them or something? Or... Right, though?
How thick are the tendrils?
Roundup? You need to put some fucking demonic Roundup?
They're not so thick that you couldn't, make one clean chop through them with a sword or an axe if you wanted to.
I do want to do that.
I think that's a good idea. I can't, like I said, unless we take a long rest here, I can't try to seal this portal. If we take a long rest here, I can.
I'm going in there. Don't do it yet.
No, we can't take a long rest here. That's not how the rules work.
Yeah, no, I'm going in there.
Yeah, long rests are back.
No, I mean, that's fuck yeah, because fucking Redshift. God damn it.
Yeah, no, I'm going in there.
Well, then maybe
to Montlarin.
Maybe what we do is clean up all this crap as best we can and come back.
Cut these vines before you do, Elvis.
Actually, one of the things I thought I would try to cut them from the source in there. They might come from a bulb.
I think both. I think we do them all here because as soon as you go through there, the source is going to be there. But also, we better tie a rope to you or something.
I already did that.
Yeah, he tied himself to me.
All right.
He's the paladin. He's my holy link.
I dig it. I think I agree with Montlarin that we should cut the vines before you go in here. I'll help. I'm going to use my hammer to help.
I would definitely agree on the
Alvis.
cutting of them, but I don't agree with Alvis going into the portal.
It's not me, it's Alvis.
I know, but I still don't agree with it, although my opinion is irrelevant.
Elvis, I strongly advise you don't do what you think you're going to do, but maybe send Keen first?
What? Okay, I mean, Keen is a fiendish energy, so
You won't be able to maintain sight through.
No, you won't.
Don't go into the light, Carol Ann.
no. Well, then I want. Yeah.
Don't go, Carol Ann.
Maybe if you
Don't
hold
go.
Kane halfway in or something.
Well, he did put his canary through and bring it back unharmed. He is lashed to me. I have cast protection from evil on him. I mean, as long as I don't get accidentally pulled through the portal, we should be able to get him back.
At least theoretically.
And it might give us some context as to what's going on over there that makes it pop up over here.
Mont, you do have some holy water, right?
Shit,
Soak the
do
rope
I?
in it.
Oh no, I don't anymore. Oh nope. I actually cannot cast protection from good or evil right now.
Nope. It does consume the holy water on that one.
Yeah, it sure does. I forgot. I've only ever cast the spell once before.
I always forget as well.
Yeah. I don't know. This is really risky, dude.
Yeah, there's not a lot I can do to really help you either.
Yeah, the worst that can happen is the portal closes and I'm trapped in a abyssal plane.
Right. Are you good with that?
Or in a really fucked, one of the 9 hells.
Right,
Yeah,
abyssal plane. Yeah.
Are you good with that?
No, abyssal planes are more or less safe. They're just lonely.
I see what you're saying. Fair enough. Right.
You know, we do have, or at least I do have a contact we could ask here if we're gonna like rest here and prepare to dispel this portal, which I also think is a
We
good
can't.
idea.
Apparently we can't. Redshift, right?
And
Yeah, we'll have to come back if we want to try to cast a spell on it. I still want to
have to
cleave
camp
these
here.
mines in the short term. Like,
yeah, we have to camp here anyway, though, right? The Redshift hasn't come yet.
No, but it's gonna. We don't have time to do a full chill.
yeah, no. The trick is we won't be able to long rest. That's all.
Oh yeah, no long rest. Yeah.
I do concur. I do concur with Montlauren that this looks like an incursion onto our plane from another one, and I'm gonna help him cut away these vines.
I could put in a ring for our Stygian guy, our connection to the underworld. See if he knows anything about this. Salmus.
Oh yeah, no.
You know Salmus? I still have the note for that.
I find that extremely icky. I'm not really. I mean, we shouldn't bother people with our problems.
Ah, true. I'm tied to you. It's gonna be all right. Famous last words.
Bloop.
It's step in and then step out. I just want to see the abyssal horror.
Okay. We're gonna end the session on a cliffhanger then.
What?
Before something exciting happens.
Don't do that to me. That's gonna be terrible.
You're gonna have to wait only 1 week to learn what happens to Alvis Taver.
7 whole days to wait.
The Adventures of Alvis Taver.
Oh my god! Why would
awesome.
you do this? That's terrible.
That's perfect.
It's
7
pretty
days
long fight.
my character dies.
Yeah, it could happen in the first 30 seconds of the next game.
Yep.
I'd be very sad.
It's okay. You can re-roll something funny.
Well, I don't know. It would have to be something like level 7, right?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Gross.
All right. That is going to be where we'll end. So next time we'll come into Alvis Taver taking a step through this portal.
Yep. Alvis Taver goes to hell. Awesome.
That's where we'll come back right then.
Sweet, man.
Okay.
Thanks for the
Thanks,
session,
sir.
man.
yeah, thank you for joining, everyone.
Thanks, everybody.
See
Thanks
you
for-
next time.
Yep. Thanks for being the dungeon master.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Woo! Talk to you soon.
Yep. Later, everybody.
Later, everybody.
Good night, everyone. Fun
Night.
shit.